Am I better now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. My camera's doing the weird flicker flackers, and I don't know what's going on there. I don't like that. Hey, Dynasty. I'm gonna try something really cool. Hey, you got I can't get. What if I?
Did Danger say he was gonna be late today? He's not gonna be here.
Did he say that?
Oh, Guided's not gonna be here. I already knew that.
Guided's not. And if she is, she would be here for the tail end. Why are you flickering, camera? It seems to be specifically in Discord and not in anything else.
Let me check mine.
Very odd.
I think this is the Discord thing at that point.
Yeah.
It shouldn't bother us for too much, so.
Yeah, that's well, it depends, because I know if you might look at it, I don't want people to get like headaches or anything. What if I change the source? Congratulations, Koi.
Still doing it.
Congratulations, Koi.
Yes,
Thank
congratulations.
you.
Congratulations.
Congrations. It's so hot in here. Maybe I can get.
I decided I wasn't going to drink tonight, so I made boba.
You made boba?
Yeah, it's really easy. You just buy the pearls and then you mix milk and tea together and sugar.
Yes, that's fair. That's cool though.
I forgot. I haven't had boba in a while. Aren't they like foamy or something like that?
They can be if you shake it.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I have a recorder finishes in 9, so much.
I'm
coming.
Yeah. I was just testing some stuff.
So yesterday I looked at my laptop consumption, and for some reason, I don't know why, but there is something with Roll20 that makes my computer overheat, like massively.
It for whatever reason, it seems to like use a decent amount of your graphics card.
For some reason? It just looks
Yes.
like it's poorly optimized from what I can tell, because the website doesn't consume a lot of... Like, it doesn't generate that much information, but it just looks like it's so poorly optimized, and my computer is trying so hard just to keep up. I don't know why.
There's some issue somewhere, and like if you turn on dynamic lighting, it really works things up even more. So
Yeah, so until I figure this out, I'm not gonna play naked in my bed anymore, because yesterday my knees were like sweating as fuck, and
dude,
my
then you
room
need to
was
find
so warm.
your box.
I don't think it would have mattered. My room was so hot yesterday; it was ridiculous.
What?
My
Your
like, I swear
laptop?
to God, yeah, my computer was like losing it. Don't know, man. And I did some
Dang.
testing like today, and there's no issue with the computer. It's just the website just sucks. It just keeps generating lines of codes that my computer doesn't know what to do with.
I mean, I
Anyway,
wonder if that's also like all the API scripts.
I don't know.
Hold on. I don't know. Yeah, let me. Hmm.
Wait, Koi is a thing now?
She
Oh
is
wait,
a
no,
thing
she's
now,
elder.
or more than a thing. She's an
She's
elder
more.
now.
She's
Oh
evolved.
yeah,
She's
I
your
have the
boss.
title.
Our bosses.
I'm so fucked.
She's old.
I can now ban people. Not that I couldn't before.
You have literally all the same stuff as before. Just your name is Ink now instead of Orange.
I don't think I'll get used to this.
Yeah, so Roll20 uses a significant amount of your GPU, even though it is very poorly optimized. But it's going to use whatever graphic rendering software or hardware you have installed. Because apparently it redraws the entire screen whenever a token is moved. That seems extremely bad. I don't know why you'd have to redraw everything when you move a token. I also don't know how any of this works, so maybe it's absolutely necessary.
I'm gonna find a solution at some point. I don't know what it's gonna be, because I definitely want to go back playing on my bed, but I don't think I can afford my computer constantly being at like 80°C while just playing
Yeah,
Roll20. It's stupid as fuck.
that is very, very interesting.
Yeah.
What web browser are you using?
I tried Safari as well as installing Firefox, because I was told Firefox is a little bit more light. So yesterday I played on Safari for a while, and then I swapped to Firefox, and there was no difference. My computer was just overheating 24/7. But it is a laptop, so like GPU wise, obviously it's their weakness, right?
I think it depends what laptop you're using as well, but
It's not a gaming laptop. I just use it for like homework and school. So
right. Is it? I guess it's a Mac.
yeah, it's a MacBook.
I mean, it
It's
still
MacBook Air.
shouldn't
Yeah.
be. Well, whatever. Yeah. At some point, we'll figure it out. Maybe it's just
I looked at some
itself
forums, and it looks like it's kind of a known issue, actually.
on Mac specifically, or just in general.
Just laptops in general. Apparently, this website is just fucking cursed. There's a story of people just having their computer go to like 95°C and just shutting down just on Roll20. Like, I
On
don't know why.
Roll20 on their laptop.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I mean, I'm running it on my laptop, so I don't know what the heck the deal is. That is incredibly cursed.
It just looks like you need a gaming laptop for it, I would assume, maybe. So you have a good
No
GPU.
idea. I'm gonna try one more thing.
Wait, what are we gonna do at this diplomacy meeting without Isarya?
That is an excellent
Oh,
question, but I think we'll figure it out.
probably get into a fight, honestly.
Light some shit on fire.
Yeah, it's the
Sudden,
only one that keeps the group like serious and actually track on quest. Yeah.
suddenly, Isarya is missing. That is the new plot point.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. I also had like I don't know. I had some things that were planned, but I think oops. I think I can plan things out in a way that will at least let her be there for like the super big important moments. So give me one more second. Sorry for the delay. I want to go here, and then I want to go. I want to turn this off. Wait a second. I'll figure it out later. I'm not gonna make you guys sit through me troubleshoot my own stuff. That's inconsiderate. Right. So it looks like everybody is here. Yeah, when we left off, you guys did the whole haunted house thing. You guys had a long rest, so make sure you have all your resources topped up. And we are just going to plop you back into cars. Did anybody do anything before the night or during the night? If not, then we can just sort of go straight into content.
Can we say that I registered my business yet?
Oh,
That's true.
I guess we'd have to actually do that. So that can totally be done. Oh, I should also start recording. Okay. Let's say you've got your residency card. So I guess it depends on what you're trying to buy. You have owned 360 Go Fish for like literally a day.
One day I'm gonna check my profits.
Okay.
2d10 times the number of days, so it's been 1 day, so 2d10 divided by 2. 13.
Did you hire someone to manage it? I guess if you divide it by 2, then yes. Then yeah, you've made
the guys were still working there that were friends with the previous owner, right? Or like
yeah.
I'm not just gonna fire them for the new management.
It's you got yourself 6 golds after all the upkeep is done and said for. By the way, just in general, if you own a business and you want to invest in it, I will give you a bonus depending on like whatever investment you make. I'll have to really hammer down exactly what, or we can just freeform it. Yeah.
I explained to Koi about that because I don't think he.
I don't know why you have to ask me about that.
I just didn't want to interrupt you if you had something you were gonna say.
No. It's your guys' time.
Okay, so
take it away.
360 Go Fish is the fishing store that I now own. We had the fishing tournament. We found out about it from the previous owner of the fishing tournament or the fishing store, and we had to work. We basically went to this parallel dimension. Is it parallel dimension? Is that what you worded it, Josie?
Pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension. Yeah, pocket dimension, which was Lake Helia from the Legend of Zelda universe, and we had a fishing tournament there.
What's the Legend of Zelda?
It's this weird game that kids played back in the 90s. And
what are the 90s?
What are the 90s? I'm since before the old world.
Because I think he was asking in canon, not in
real
life.
In canon. God, I don't know how it is in canon. The guy didn't tell us. Baz didn't tell us when we were there how we got or where that place is in the pocket dimension. This is the fishing tournament. You just go to different worlds for tournaments now. Apparently, it's canon.
Indeed.
Yeah, Danger got second in the fishing tournament, and the master of
No. I got first.
You got first.
Let's be honest here.
You got first in our hearts for sure. You definitely won the tournament. It was
no. I got first. It was fucking rigged. Motherfucker.
And so then
do we know where he lives actually, this fucking idiot who won the contest?
No, he was just in that pocket dimension. I don't know where he came from.
I think he lives in here.
He does live in here. I'll
find him. I'll find this motherfucker.
And then after the fishing tournament, we caught the legendary fish of the lake, which was my task to be able to take over this fishing store in town. Caught this big 130-ton carp. 130 tons, wasn't it?
I don't think it was that much. That seems
No.
seems insane.
It was big numbers.
It was some
130
astronomical,
tons.
ridiculous number.
130
Someone said.
tons is literally 200,000 pounds at
Yeah,
least.
I know.
Like that's
no,
ridiculous.
It was 130. I remember. I went on Google and I
Really?
did blue whale divided by 2.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's
you
right.
And it was
did.
130.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, a blue whale is 150 tons.
Yeah.
According to
Oh my
Google.
bad. Yeah.
So yeah, it was that.
It was a big fish.
It was fat.
And what
Okay,
happened?
now explain
Oh.
it, but like using Ganondorf's voice.
Oh, dude, my throat hurts. I don't want to do that right now.
Yeah, this guy all with his excuses.
Yeah.
When are you doing your one shot, huh?
Mm.
Huh? I'm just gonna keep bullying you.
That's fine. It's fair. I don't know what happened in the cave because we left. Dynasty and I weren't on then.
The cave. Oh,
When we came
you
back
mean with
from the-
Inge?
No, when we came back through the portal, we landed on that beach.
Oh, there was
That was
nothing.
with Inge.
There was nothing in the cave. It was
Oh,
just
wasn't
too
it?
cold.
Okay.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing. So.
And then we came back to town and saw Guided's dog. And that's how
I think we're getting the timeline slightly confused, but yeah.
But basically, yeah, we brought the fish back in Galadriel's remembrance. That's the only way we were able to get the fish to come back from that pocket dimension. And Garfield, the Deal's Warlock, helped us out, go back and forth, along with the guy that lives on the pocket dimension. So once we brought the fish back, we proved that I was a legendary fisherman, and I was able to take over the store.
Nice.
Amazing.
Odin yawns.
Odin yawns, yes. Odin's now going to be the proud new owner of this house.
And hopefully a business.
Yeah.
So I would like to see what businesses are for sale.
Wait, so
Yeah.
how did Ganondorf get a business license? Do you have a residency card already?
No, it was we had an attorney work with the will that
Koi,
wasn't in place.
do you remember, like, literally day one of entering Cars, there was an orc named Fishy Steely who said that he was going to go die?
No.
Okay,
I don't think
well,
his name was. I don't think his surname was Steely either. It's just Fishy.
it was just Fishy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I made an NPC because you guys really wanted to talk to a random NPC, and I made a canon that he died, so that's how it all led to this, is because he didn't have next of kin. So...
Yep. Now I bypassed the rules of the town. Got business that way.
All right.
pretty much. Odin, let's do your thing. Yeah, so in terms of businesses, there's a couple ways to do this. Let's say, you bought
Looking for a bar.
Yeah, okay, there's definitely bars. I'll give you two choices. There's one, which is sort of in a seedier part of town. And there's a second one that's, I guess, more upscale.
Definitely seedier.
You want to go to seedy? Okay. All right, let's act this out. So you walk around town and you're looking for places that perhaps you could somehow convince owners to just sort of, I guess, give up ownership and turn it over to you. And so you're walking around in this sort of seedy part of town. Roads are not as clean. I mean, I don't want to completely butcher Isarya's hometown, but I'm sure there's some stratification going on. And you sort of happen upon a bar. It's got, one of its windows is cracked and barred up. And you sort of just, you know, hear some rowdy noises coming from inside.
All right, I want to go in.
All right. Excellent. me just turn over to this. Okay, that's not exactly what I imagined when I clicked play, but whatever. That'll work. So you walk on in, and it is early morning. You guys just woke up. There are a surprising amount of people that are here in the young morn, and you sort of look around. What's your aim in here?
So I don't own this yet, right?
No,
So
you do not.
I'm gonna look to see if anybody looks like they're behind the bar, or looks like maybe an owner.
Okay. Yeah, so you're looking around. Behind the bar, there is a tiefling woman who is currently polishing some glasses, and you approach her, and as this is happening, you hear a lot of commotion happen, sort of to a table to your left, and you turn around, and there is this just huge, like incredibly ripped halfling woman who is currently got like one of the patrons in a headlock before she wrestles him to the ground, and she gets up. This guy is like clutching his neck and his arm, and you see that she's wearing like essentially like kind of like a button-up t-shirt, not t-shirt, button-up dress shirt, nice pants, and you see her dust her hands off, and she sort of says, she's just like, get the hell out of here. And if I see your ugly face again, I'm gonna wish you were never born. And she walks over to the back of the bar. She hops up on a little stool, and so her head's peeking up above, and she turns to you and she says, welcome, stranger. What can I get you?
I'm in search of a bar. It just so happens that I found one. Are you the owner?
That I am, and you've certainly found a bar. You're here for a drink, like the rest of these sorry messes, or?
Absolutely not. I am looking to purchase your bar.
Really?
Yeah, I've been told that, you kind of have a little bit of a problem here. Not exactly the best clientele.
Listen,
Can
I
Pog hear
will.
this?
Are you
Turn
did you-
this
did you
place
go with him?
around.
I have such a plan. If Pog can hear it,
Did you go with Odin?
I didn't specify.
Well, do you want to specify now?
Oh man. Well, it's kind of cheating though. No, I'm not gonna. No, it's fine. It's fine.
If
I
it's
wish I would've gone,
fun,
though.
but now it's like,
What could have been?
Okay. Then I definitely heard.
okay.
So Pog is gonna go, like he's gonna step away. Like he can hear the conversation, but he's gonna go into place number 2 in town, and he's gonna soak himself wet, and I mean, soak himself wet in the bath.
Okay. Did you
Full-
like take
full
off
clothes.
your like
Nope.
armor and stuff, or did you just?
Nope.
Okay.
He's going in fully clothed, and then he's gonna.
That's gotta be
exit.
a really unpleasant feeling.
Yes, but if you hear the plan, you're gonna be blown away. So now
Okay.
that I'm soaking wet as fuck, Pug is gonna burst into the bar screaming. He's gonna be like, "Oh my god, there's a flood coming! We just got the first wave. All the properties nearby are gonna lose their value soon." And then he's gonna leave.
Oh, it looks like you have more than one problem.
Okay. She looks outside, and there's literally no flood.
Yeah, it's coming. Give me a sec.
Okay. The bar owner sort of, Odin, you see her shake her head, and she's like, bunch of crazy weirdos here, I'll tell you what. Listen, I will gladly give this to you if you want to take it off my hands. Did you come with an offer?
I just heard you say give. Sounds like I'd be doing you a favor.
You know how things work around here, bud.
You sure? Yeah. I mean, yeah. I got a residency card here. I think I could just, take it by force. Want to do an arm wrestling
I
contest?
don't think you can. No, I'm not stupid. I'm not going to gamble my entire business on a contest.
Why not? You afraid?
Yes, I'm sane. I don't know if you have the right mind to be running a business, sir.
I guess we'll just, wait and see what happens with this flood.
All right, you know what?
I'm
Here's
gonna
what we're
pull
gonna
up-
do.
I'll pull up a bar stool and just hang out.
Can I have Odin roll? What? Okay, Pog. Roll deception with.
Well, the
Just roll
good news
deception.
is
Just roll deception. Just roll
no.
deception.
The good news is I have advantage on deception rolls because you gave me an item and you never thought this would come back to haunt you.
All right, sir.
Yep.
Let's see it.
Wait. I'm probably still gonna fail though. Fuck.
Okay. I would say with that roll, I think Odin, you're gonna have disadvantage on your deception check.
What?
Because you're like doubling down on this flood story, right?
Yep.
I gave it my best shot, man, but the flood is coming, so you know.
All right, so I am rolling deception.
With disadvantage. With disadvantage.
Oh my god.
Damn.
You know,
Eragon.
This is so bad.
You know what else we can do with force around here?
Oh, dude, I have a plan.
Eragon.
I'm gonna run to Eragon.
What? What
Eragon,
happened? What do you want?
turn into something scary, and so the owner sells the bar.
Oh, okay.
Can you like summon like 50 snakes? That come out
Y'all
of
know
the
I
toilet?
can make you guys a giant ape.
No.
Wait, just summon a lot of rats, a plague of
Yeah.
rats.
And
Bring
like
the
a bunch
health
of snakes coming out of
inspectors.
the toilet, like toilets on the snake.
This
Okay.
I thought we're trying to buy a bar, not destroy one.
As you're talking about this, and Odin is left alone in the bar. Odin, this lady only goes up to like maybe your mid thigh, but you feel like she could wreck your shit in. And so I think. Okay, so she rolled a 25 to AC. And she's just gonna freaking punch you.
La la.
For 11 damage. You are knocked off your bar stool and you fall to the ground. Don't forget you've had a long rest, so it should be 11 from your 54, not from whatever it was, unless you did something crazy. But you've been knocked to the ground, just like full out, and she is standing over you, and she's getting ready to get another one in. What's going on outside?
Well, I'm soaking wet. That's mostly it.
Well, we're talking
Okay.
about getting Eragon to summon a plague of rats and then call the health inspector.
Smart idea.
I'm probably just gonna get breakfast. I'm gonna enter the bar.
Okay. This situation is getting really confusing. Wheelie enters the bar, and you see Odin on the ground with this really buff halfling woman standing over him. And people are watching. What do you do?
gonna cast something.
Do you have any wheels and steel?
She
Miss
turns
Fire
to you and
Lady.
she turns to
Pet
you
away.
and she says, "One moment." And she okay. On what?
I don't know. Her, the woman.
What?
Okay. Odin and
Okay,
Wheelie,
now-
can I have both of you make dexterity saving throws?
This is an AoE.
Yes, it is an AoE.
Okay, nice. No damage.
Oops, I forgot to.
Okay, Odin, you save. Eragon, I need you to roll damage.
Okay.
All right. Odin, as she's like over you, right? And she's about to just punch your face in, and she looks up and looks outside, and all of you hear a horrendous torrential like tidal wave, and you hear her like just before she is consumed scream out like, "He was telling the truth!" And then Eragon, you destroy the entire bar as the entire thing comes crashing down. Odin, you take 12 bludgeoning damage. And Eragon, you probably killed everybody in there except for the bar owner.
Where do
Takes
people?
24.
So were the people watching this?
There were definitely people outside. Yes.
Wait, I can.
So we have
I
to
can
hide
res-
now.
I can
We
res
run.
everybody. I can res everybody one by one and get a reduction on the cost for your hotel. Your bar.
People around start screaming, and you I don't know, people around you are screaming and running away as this entire establishment comes crashing to the ground.
I'm just gonna roll. I'm
Killed
just gonna.
Isarya's like friends and family. Damn.
That's what I
gonna-
told you guys about.
I'm gonna jump up and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, this careless bar owner didn't evacuate, even though she knew a flood was coming." And I'm gonna start digging through the rubble, trying to find bodies.
I'm just gonna roll medicine on people.
Odin, I need you to roll strength, and Wheelie, I need you to roll strength, as both of you are pinned underneath like mountains of rubble.
Didn't I like roll evasion since
I guess you're right. No, I guess technically speaking, you are fine. That's correct. All right, Odin, you managed to break out. You start just shoveling out debris, I guess.
Wait, was that a question?
My Discord restarted for like the past 30 seconds, so I may have missed whatever it was you wanted to do.
Oh, yeah. So I wanted to jump out of the rubble and then exclaim that to all the onwatchers that the bar owner was careless. She knew a flood was coming, but she didn't evacuate people.
Bro, fucking shield them. My goodness.
And then I was going to start picking through the rubble to try and find bodies.
Okay, you scream to nothing as everybody's just running away from you. I think somebody does come over, and that somebody is going to be. You see Jeffem from the council, just flying over to the side of destruction. And he's just like, what the hell happened here?
The floods came.
Eragon, I need you to roll stealth.
Okay. Can I cast an ability first before then, or no?
Yes. Let's say you had time to do that before you got here.
Okay. I wanted to cast
Pass without trace. Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Yep. Okay. Where is my stealth? Okay.
All right, 33. I don't think there's. Okay, yep. As soon as you destroy this building, you just. Do you feel anything? You...
I mean, I was
Feel
originally
bad
chaotic
killing
evil.
people?
like,
It's
just
funny
slink
because
into
I
the
just
darkness.
changed my character to chaotic good right before this.
Oh my gosh! All right,
Well, that gets rid of whatever alignment you've had now. So
you slink into the darkness. Jeffem flies on over, and he looks at you, Odin, and he starts just ripping up rubble using telekinesis, and he's just like excavating things. He's like, holy shit, what? He turns to you. What happened here?
Some stranger came running in here and said that the flood was coming, and the bar owner just ignored it. Tried to call his bluff instead of
What
evacuating
flood?
people. There was
can you heal people?
tidal wave that just came out of nowhere.
I don't have healing. Let me try to stabilize. What? This is an isolated plot. We're in the mountains.
I don't know,
What
man.
flood?
You see what I see.
I need you to roll deception with disadvantage because this explanation makes literally 0 sense.
I think someone with water abilities might have killed these people.
See, that sounds more reasonable than what. Are you okay?
I'm
No,
fine.
I'm wet.
I think you must have gotten your head hurt when this thing crashed down. This is insane. We need to get these people out of here.
Sure.
I absolutely agree.
I'm gonna start getting rid of debris.
You, Odin, you stay there. You don't look to be in stable condition. Wheelie, come help me out.
Wait, how do you know my name?
We've met.
Oh, sorry, I don't remember you exactly.
Okay, that's fine. I'm Jeffem. Nice to meet you again.
Oh, from the
Now, can you
console.
help?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. All right, both of you start helping. Odin, a couple of people come over and they put down a little gurney, and they start asking, and they start basically just like maneuvering you onto it. And yeah, they just start taking you away. As Jeffem and Wheeler are left behind, just sort of getting rid of the rubble. You are more than free to interrupt me if you want to do something. By the way, it's just
I'm being kidnapped by medics.
Yes.
This is awkward.
All right, then if nobody does anything, Wheelie,
Well, I see them carrying out Odin, and I'm like, Odin, what just happened? We heard this loud crash, and as we were standing outside, like, are you okay?
I'm fine, but these guys, they won't listen to me.
You're not fine, sir. You have at least like a fractured femur.
What do you mean? I'm fine, and then I'm gonna get off this gurney and I'm gonna do a really janky cartwheel.
Can I have you roll acrobatics? All right, no, you do a fine cartwheel. Although they do sort of like, sir, please, you really shouldn't. You were just in an accident. It's
Yeah,
really,
I just got out myself.
But
I don't need your help. I just
You don't. There could. Can you go ahead and roll persuasion? They continue to accost you. I think this entire endeavor is probably going to lose you guys a couple of hours. Can I ask? Yeah.
Like, you guys, it's okay. If he says he's okay, he's okay. Trust me. He gets hurt a lot in our adventures. So,
can I have you roll persuasion?
yeah.
He died like 2 times now, I think.
Yeah.
You're not there.
He comes back to life.
I'm like a cat.
I told it. Did it work? Oh,
There is just sort
Mine
of a
sucks,
really you have sort of a rather heated back and forth, and they're like, "Ma'am, you should really be leaving this to the professionals. It's part of our job." Ganondorf, Eragon, and Pog and Flinty, what are you guys doing while all this is going on?
Just watching and snacking on popcorn.
Probably gonna find a place to dry my clothes.
So I can see that they're trying to take Odin away. So I'd like to go try and just pick up Odin. They can't take him.
I consent.
Actually, I'll probably cast a flaming sphere somewhere and just dry next to it.
Okay, yeah, no, that works. I like
Yeah.
that. Just sort of independent from the group, you create like a mini sun.
Yeah, and I'll just chill there, just try to tan a little bit and dry.
Ganondorf, can I have you roll strength? I wouldn't say you're raged.
I'll get advantage on strength checks anyways.
Oh, that's true. Well, you walk up and hug Odin.
Alright, I'll just look at them and say, this one's mine. Going with me.
Aw, my hero.
as he does that, Yoshi just runs up and headbutts one of the medics and the medics in the grown area.
Oh man, this situation is absolute chaos.
Literally, a guy that leaves
gonna
for
look at him
one
and
night,
say, "Well,
and
you should
oh my
listen."
goodness.
There's freaking dead bodies. There's a medic who is just on the ground, crumpled in a mess, moaning. The other guy is just like, what is even happening? Oh, Odin and Ganondorf are making out. Pog's like, I don't know, shirtless somewhere next to a sun. I think I don't even know how to even rein this in.
Where'd the bar owner go?
She is unconscious. I have literally no idea how to resolve this. There's too much going on.
I'm gonna whisper to Odin, say, hey, while she's knocked out, go grab her business license.
Do you have any idea where that would be? What if we just make her disappear?
Can we ask the consulman something, or did he get killed?
Still there.
Jeffem's still here. No, I'm still. What is happening here?
Hey, Jeffem, or however you say
Yes.
it. Jeffem. Since the bar owner is currently unconscious, can my friend here, Odin, he was talking with her to purchase this business. Can he temporary Can he temporary take it over?
That's not how any of this works.
Wait, you still want this bar? It's gone.
Literally, that's not how any of this works. We have a bunch of paperwork to get through. I mean, she's not even conscious to give consent or agreement to this. What is happening here?
Hey Jeff, can you go and help me with this debris?
Yeah, you've cleared up most of the debris at this point.
How many people are dead?
9. At least.
Alright. I'm gonna tell Jeffern, I'm gonna go make a portal from here to the temple, see if the clerics can go revive
Hold
them.
on, hey, stop. No more weird foreigner third-party stuff, alright? Just...
Whoa.
He points to the medics.
Wow.
Help him off the ground. You guys go help those who just check to see there are survivors. Listen, you guys have been here for literally like 3 days. And every single day there's been something just crazy going on. I'm an empirical man. Correlation does not mean causation, but just if you could all just step back from this, all right? Please.
Should I carry any of the bodies or something?
Your help was appreciated, Wheelie. We'll take it over from here.
All right, I want to go to the bougie bar.
Okay.
We cannot leave destruction of mess in Isarya's town.
They,
like, she's
they
not
told
here.
us to get the fuck out. So
I know. Peace
I'm
out.
literally gonna go.
Wait,
Go to
Jeff.
the bougie bar.
On to
Wait,
the
Jeff,
next.
before I go, can I ask you something really quickly?
What's up?
Do you know anyone who is particularly strong in water? Magic or something?
Not. Well, yes. Yes. What's why?
Nothing. I just think
Suspect.
that this, suspects.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow. I didn't even make the connection. I appreciate that. I'll get back to you on that.
Alright, thanks.
Eragon, where did you slink off to?
Oh, I'm just hiding in the street beside everyone, or like I'm in like ear distance, so I can hear them, or I can hear the conversation.
Okay, so you didn't go too far from the bar.
No.
Can I have you
I
roll
can-
a wisdom saving throw?
Okay. Hold on.
Okay. There's a slight temptation, but you tell yourself maybe not the best time.
Oh, I'm so excited now.
Okay, you guys head to the other side of town, I guess. Just all right. Yeah, okay. So this bougie bar does not have a shattered window. Everything's in right order. It is at the moment it looks like there's just sort of, again, not really many people, far less people than was at the other bar you were just at. And you walk on in, and if you want to go ahead, you can, start a conversation with the owner, who's yet another halfling, male, bearded, a little skinnier.
Oh, hey, how's business?
There's I heard some awful ruckus from the other side of town. Any idea what happened?
No idea.
Anyways, things are fine here. It's good morning. A bit early for a drink, but what can I help you with?
I was wondering if you'd be open to selling your establishment here.
Selling. It's an interesting proposition. I think it would depend how much you're offering.
I can't really say for sure. I would have to see, your business records and see what kind of profits you're pulling in. But I think we can have that conversation.
It's not really normal for strangers to ask about the whole profits and business spendings and excursions.
Oh, you guys must not do too much business with people, then I would imagine. I mean,
Well,
this is common practice when transferring ownership of a business.
I need you to... I need you to take a lesson in how to have conversations with people in a normal manner and roll deception with disadvantage.
Holy shit, that got dark. Holy crap. Jeez.
Oh my god, alright.
Eventually had to happen, right?
Yeah, I guess it did. Alright.
Nice.
You know what? You look like a discerning individual. Why don't you Why don't you follow me? And he leads you to, I guess, a locked room. And it seems to be an office after he sort of unlocks it and walks inside. And he pulls out a book that's sort of just a record of transactions and stuff. So in terms of just your quick eye glancing over everything, you figure that well, in any case, however much money the bar in Elysia is making, owning this one would make like a significant amount more.
Looks like you guys do pretty well. Seems like about $1,000 would be a proper amount.
I think we're worth a little more than that.
Your numbers say differently. I have to, invest based on your profits, and it really isn't worth that much more.
Go ahead and roll a persuasion check. Just a normal one. I have to say, you know what? I think I'll accept that deal. And you guys shake hands, and you do a whole. I guess you do the paperwork just sort of in the bar, and he gives you the rundown of how things work. But you are now the owner of this bar, which you are free to name whatever you want. And in terms of profits, this one generates. It's also going to be 5d10 raw. If you staff it and have somebody run it when you're out. Again, just cutting whatever number by half. And again,
All right. Sounds good.
that will be for you to track. I am not keeping track of your profits. Okay, that is resolved after just murdering a family of people, pretty much. Is there anything anybody else is doing? All right.
To have a
if not-
drink at Odin's bar.
Well, I probably have a really nice tan now, right? So
Sure,
do I get
sure.
advantage on like, seduction rolls or something?
Seems about right.
Yeah.
I don't think I can give you that. Let's if anybody has anything they want to do before the next big thing, then please speak now or forever hold your peace. Okay. Then I guess we're just gonna move forward. After all is settled and done, you are asked to gather in the council. And I'm just gonna assume that you all go there. It is a direct request from the matron herself, and you guys go ahead and enter. It's been a couple hours since all that had happened, so things have calmed down now. And as you approach the center of the room, she steps down from her raised dais, and she says, "All right. I'm glad to see that most of you are well and safe. I must apologize for the breach in safety that we experienced this morning. We are currently investigating whoever could have caused this heinous crime. We have a list of suspects, but some more investigation will be needed. I would be surprised to find anybody with as great magical prowess to conjure up a tidal storm, outside of those who are seated in the council." In any case, I have asked you here. As you know, today is the day for the discussions. We have been invited to Brasilia. I am not going to ask any of you to participate, but I figured the least we could do is offer you transit there, should you wish.
I'm down for it, but what about Isarya?
She doesn't seem to be present at the moment, does she?
I haven't seen her recently. I'm just wondering, maybe she might have left early to attend you guys or something?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Well, I don't keep track of her. She's not my child.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Well, I will take your silence as hesitation.
I would like to go. I accept your transit.
Very
As
well.
do I.
Yeah, I consent to.
Sure.
It's a strange choice of words. She turns over, and she basically says, Jeffem will be taking charge of all proceedings until we return. Thank you for your help again. Hopefully things go smoothly. And with that, the matron opens up a portal, Doctor Strange style, and you are all transported alongside a troop of other sorcerers, including Eva and Gwendor. You are all taken to Kars. I just need to get things set up real quick.
Kars?
Not Kars, sorry. I don't know why I said Kars. There you go. Okay. You are taken to just outside the castle. And the matron sort of gives you a friendly nod. And they walk in. But you guys are in Brasilia, and let's say you've got like a little bit of time before things are finished up. If you want to sit in, you totally can. It's up to you what you want to do.
I'd like to go to the bar.
Okay. You go to the bar that you found Orza in.
I'd like to find the manager, or the owner.
Okay. Well, nice to see another early bird. It's, what's your poison?
Could I get a water? Dirty glass?
You want water in a dirty glass?
Yeah.
That's a violation of, we cannot serve you water in a dirty glass. We can give you water in a clean glass.
Yeah. Can you, just smudge it a little bit or something? I just want to look tough. Please help me out here.
All right. You are given just a cup of water that has, a little bit of, Sharpie ink on the outside of the glass.
Dang, thanks, man. Say, seems like you're a pretty reasonable guy.
Sure, I'd like to think myself so.
I'm an investor, and I'm looking to purchase a bar in this area.
Are you now?
Would you be interested in potentially selling your bar?
I don't currently have an interest. I've owned this bar for many years. Built it from the ground up myself.
That's very impressive.
I have nothing against if you'd be interested in becoming a sort of shareholder.
I mean, that seems reasonable. What were you thinking?
Well, it depends on what you want.
Would you be interested in doing a 50-50 partnership?
I think you'll have to do better than that. You, for all as I know, I've only seen you one time before.
That is true. Perhaps have you been out of the city much?
I wouldn't say I have been.
Perhaps you could swing by Greenhorn or Kars and check out one of my other bars that I am ownership of, and you can see that my
Interesting. I
intentions are
heard that the
pure.
bar in Greenhorn blew up.
I'm sorry, not Greenhorn. That was a different thing. Alicia, don't worry about that one. We'll just forget about that one.
Can I have you roll another persuasion check? This episode is just gonna be Odin buying as many businesses as possible. This is gonna be him building his dynasty.
Perception.
I'm sorry. Well,
That's fine. Persuasion, but we'll just
persuasion.
take the.
Sorry, P words.
So you rolled a 4. Yeah, you rolled a 14 plus. That's the same. Actually, it's the same number. Okay. Tell you what. I like you. You seem like a fine man. How about we do 30-70 for
That seems absolutely reasonable.
maybe, I don't know, 500?
Perfect. Sounds good.
All right. That seals the deal. So this one, with 30% ownership, that's gonna get you an additional D10 per day. All right. Can we tie the knot on your investing mini adventure?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
I would like to. No. I love it. I would like to hear what other people are doing.
I want to visit Alchemy Steely to see if he can make some of those better health.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. You visit her shop. It's been a bit. It got more crowded since the last time you've been there. There's a whole new setup, bunch of bubbling vials of stuff going on. She sees you come in. I forgot what she sounded like, but she receives you enthusiastically. She's like, hey, it's been a couple days since we've seen each other, huh?
Yeah, I had a lot of diarrhea.
That's
I wish you were here to give me something for it, but
unfortunate. I actually did have something for that.
Oh, we have another member of the group that's having diarrhea right now. So
no, it's like this pandemic that's sweeping our.
No. Listen. You're a friend. You helped me out so much. You just take some of these. Just sip of this will fix it right up.
damn.
Yeah. So you get diarrhea medicine, I guess. Yeah. So I'm guessing if you didn't see my note, I figured out how to make some better healing potions. This is pretty exciting. I don't know if there's anything like this within the area, but I think just again, sort of just because of what you've done, you deserve to have some for free. But given sort of the limited resources, and we're figuring out some sort of transit route to have some people going to that area you've mentioned, and sort of just shuttle water back. But so she has discovered how to basically make let me just check real quick. That's not what I want to look for. Where are my notes? This is from so long ago. Okay, yeah. So she has learned how to make greater healing potions. And if you want to acquire more from her specifically, it'll still just cost the 50 gold. These heal for 4d4 plus 4.
Nice.
Yeah, but you've got a couple. Try them out in the field. If you like, if you like how they work, then our shop's open to you, of course. And just for you, we'll give you this special price. Of course, the price of healing potions are going to depreciate in Brasilia, but I think just the more people we can get this out to, the better. Yeah, but you helped us a lot.
Wow, thank you. How many did I get?
You got 2 of those.
Okay.
The other thing that's happened is, Wheelie, Pog, both of you mentioned since the last time you were here about potentially like evacuation. There seems to be a lot of essentially transportation parts and vehicles just sort of out stationed in the front of this town, just sort of like ready to go in case something were to happen. So
Like a
it
flood.
would seem, sure, yeah, or maybe if like a crazy undead orc wanted to come and attack the town. But it seems like that whatever you said convinced Leedy to sort of get ready for anything. But other than that, yeah, is anybody doing anything else?
I'm gonna give my steel armor to Steely.
All right. You always bring presents when you come back.
Because I will find the best steel in the world.
That's my boy. And he chucks them all into the vat.
Oh yeah, by the way, I killed a zombie. It's very cool. The zombie that brings back other zombies.
You're gonna have to tell me about that.
I think I'll tell you later, after the meeting.
Well, I'll be here.
If anything goes wrong, can you take my mom and my siblings out of here? Maybe to like, I don't know, Alicia or something.
That's a pretty far trip.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you're safe.
That's also a very specific request.
You know, maybe just in case something gets wrong here.
Yeah, no, I mean, I appreciate it. We'll heed your warning.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
I'm gonna go
All right.
to where the meeting is due.
Sure. You walk to the meeting. And you sort of are positioned, I guess, like sort of outside of the room, and you hear bits and pieces. They're currently discussing potential trade routes. It seems like things are going pretty smoothly. Yeah. They seem pretty like in it. What do you do?
I'll just continue to sit and listen for now.
Okay, no, that's perfectly fine. You don't hear any red flags popping up. Things be going pretty smoothly. It seems like that whatever you guys did to help each of these cities seem to have influenced their positions on each other quite a bit. Okay. Anybody else doing anything? Okay.
I just don't find this town super, I don't know.
Wait, how long are we gonna stay here?
Yeah, the less we stay here, the better, actually. Yeah, nothing against the Steely clan, but there's like very little to do.
I can help you out with that, because there is stuff I have planned. It's not just a complete sandbox.
Damn.
So, if you guys are done with any of your stuff, you can just chill during your downtime. And I'll move on to the next thing. So the meeting's over. Ganondorf, you I guess let Inge know, or sorry, you let Leedy know about the Inge situation, and she gives you, she responds favorably. While there, you see Eva, who seems to have been mentally stricken with something. And she turns around from the conversation for a bit, and she goes like this, and you see her eyes glow for a bit. She whispers something to the matron really quickly. And the matron lets out like a pretty audible but hushed, like, what? And you see the matron says, the matron turns around to Lady. And she says, you'll have to excuse our abrupt exit, but there is something pressing that we must attempt to. And Lady says, oh, I mean, since you're here, is it something I can help out with? You know, we just agreed to all of these things, and since we're partners, might as well help out. The matron hesitates for a bit, and she says to Lady, do you have any experience talking with the Sword Clan? And to that, Lady responds, I haven't personally talked to them, but I'm sure being a kinsman would help a bit. To which the matron says, all right, if it's not too much trouble, we have learned that for whatever reason, they have they're holding one of ours hostage. Ganondorf, this would be difficult because Isarya's not here, and I would have asked her to come to help.
Well, I guess since she's not here, the plot will go a different way.
It's Mithrisa.
What?
We found where she is. I have no idea what the situation is. She's currently being held in Shazag, which is the Sword Clan's town.
What? What the? Hold on. Why the fuck did she travel all the way to the Sword Clan?
I don't have full information. I don't know if she went there. I don't know if she was captured. This is all just a black box to me. Actually, Wheelie, it may be worthwhile for you to come, since you are also a clansman.
Well, I know that the Swords Clan are entirely that evil, last I checked. I mean, their leader was possessed by cultists.
Sorry. Yeah, just let's not say that. Yeah, kinsman. No, I believe you. I don't know what the situation is. It would help if they had it would help in whatever discussion were to happen, is what I'll say.
I'll go help Mithrisa.
I understand that she's very difficult to get along with, but if you could put aside your personal feelings for her and just recognize that this could proceed very poorly for Karsa's relations with neighboring orc clans if something were to happen.
That's a fair argument. It's just that she also was the one who suggested war against presumably.
This is true. I am afraid if she were to be killed, that would happen regardless. You understand?
I'll go help her out, I guess.
Would it be all right to ask? I was going to extend because I am confident in our abilities as sorcerers to handle things if things got violent, but it may be beneficial. By may, I mean will be beneficial for bloodshed not to happen, and to bring along a party of other individuals. It could dissuade them from pursuing that route.
Good idea.
And Eva pipes in says, and if anything, some sightseeing isn't that bad.
Sure. everyone here with us, with me and Wheelie and I?
Yeah, everybody hears this.
Okay.
Good to go.
I am in.
All right. Lee says, we can walk there if that's not too much trouble, unless you want to. The matron sighs and says, "This is urgent. This will. I have not used this much magic in quite some time, but I am fairly certain my reserve should be fine. And as she sort of does that whole casting animation once again, this time a little slower, you get the idea that teleportation is a pretty taxing spell. But you also see her eyes glow as if she received information from someone. And she adjusts her casting position just a little bit. And a port opens and you step through. So you have not been taken far. If you recall from the map, Shazag is just a little ways east. You have not been there before. This is going to be your first time being there. So the sight you see is pretty, let's say, not good, at the very least. In terms of the overall atmosphere of this town, it's very arid. You are in a very dry, very hot area. There's sort of all of these more crude tents. They are nowhere near as technologically advanced as Brazili. I would say just think more closely to like your fantasy idea of orcs. That's what this place looks like. So a lot of like leather tents, lots of bony fixtures. Yeah, Northern Elsewhere, let's say. That's pretty good, except if they were orcs. There seems to be quite a hubbub. You actually look up ahead, past this huge bone ridge into essentially the entrance of this encampment. And you can see just faintly there is a tiefling with those fiery red scales who is currently tied up to what looks to be like a stake used for burning people. You also notice there are more than a couple of dead orcs that are just sort of scattered about.
I'm going to inspect
in terms of like
the,
how they're the dead orcs.
Yeah, see how they died.
Yeah, you can go ahead and roll investigation. I think regardless of what you get, you notice that they died from succumbing to burn wounds. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I can give you more information other than that, though.
So does anyone from the council know fire magic? I'd imagine it's not a particularly difficult skill to learn
That's
at your
not,
level.
and well, strictly speaking, all of us are. She must have done something incredibly asinine.
Is this like a technique of hers? Like, are you familiar with her fighting style or something?
This is... We should go.
So can we make our way across this bridge?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Alright, I'm gonna start heading across the bridge then.
Yeah, you make your way across the bridge, and
Oh god.
you hear a cry from one of the orcs as a bunch of orcs sort of run out and fill the space, and they just sort of they don't threaten you, but they do sort of just stand guarded at the entrance. And one of the more scarred meteor ones sort of just looks to be the one in charge. Sort of, brushes up to you because you're sort of taking the lead. And he's just saying like, you know, what you want.
He's speaking in common, or is he speaking in?
That was common.
Okay. I just respond. I tell him we're here to get Mithrissa. I heard that she was captured.
Do you have any wheels and steels, brother? I like just whisper to them.
You whisper to them?
Well, I guess it's not really much of a whisper. It's just more like, you know.
Yeah, you know, I think the one you whisper to speaks to you in Orcish. He says, in more fluently, less broken. He says, I don't think I've met anyone from the Steely clan before.
I'm Whaley Steely. What's your name? I'm speaking in Orcish now, so.
Okay, yeah. Wheelie speaking in Orcish. I was just recently. I am the new chieftain of Shazak. You may call me Guzrug.
Guzrug. That sounds similar to Gorak. Both start with the letter G's.
More of a coincidence. You've heard of Gorak?
Yeah, he was possessed by a cultist and killed by them.
The guy to the left
At
actually whispers
LCA.
to the guy in the center, and he says something, and they're like, "You were there."
Yeah, we killed the cultist leader in Elysia.
You were there when all that. Immediately, the leader yells back something in Orcish. And he yells back basically honor in Orcish. And all the noise stops, and all of the orcs stand at attention and give like a salute, and they bang their weapons on the ground. They bang their spears on the ground. And they turn back to you, and he says, "You lot," in common this time. He's talking to you now, Ganondorf. "You all there in Elysia. Here you welcome."
And what about the rest of those who weren't?
The rest don't trust. Sorcerers kill. Why are you here? And the matron says, "This must have been some sort of understanding. We've come in peace. We came from Brasilia. I'm sure you're aware. Lady is here," and Lady steps up. There's a fly in my room. Lady steps up and she says in Orcish, "Listen, guys, I don't know what happened here, but these guys are here on peace." And they sort of hesitant. The chieftain hesitantly turns around, and he points to both Eva and Gwyndor, and he says, "You stay." And then he motions for the rest of you to come in.
What did you say, Josie? Sorry.
I said that the main chieftain pointed to Eva and Gwyndor,
Told them to
and
stay.
he asked them to. He told them to stay, but he motions for the rest of you to come in.
Okay, I'll just follow him in. They can stay.
Okay.
Can you, by any chance, halt the execution of Mithrissa for now, just in case things might, just so prevent any potential bloodshed and relations and stuff.
Are you speaking in Orcish?
Yeah. I guess I'm.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I'm trying to persuade them to delay the execution for now.
Okay, I think he just grunts. So you walk in. Yes, she is tied up to like a bonfire stake. It's not currently lit. She looks real bad. Real bad. As you see a bunch of orcs around her. The atmosphere is very tense. You do notice that the matron glares at Mithrissa pretty angrily, though.
So can half of us stay out here and half of us...
It's up to you guys what you want to do.
I went in.
I'd like
I'm
to,
going in.
I'd like to stay outside and keep an eye on her and maybe try to come up with a plan to rescue her
Okay.
while everybody's in a meeting.
Yeah, that works.
I'll stay outside with Galadriel.
Sounds good. I have no interest in politics.
Okay. The chieftain speaks, and she says, and he says, "My people, they say she come, she kill."
Yeah, that sounds about right. I heard that she hates orcs.
Wheelie, please, This is an incredibly, you're so why? If I know we come seeing as enemies, Guzrag, but if we guarantee that your clan be left alone, could we have her back? Please. And Guzrag sneers, and he's just like, "Give back?" And he turns around and he says, "Give back!" And all of the orcs start screaming something in Orcish, to which Ganondorf and Wheelie, both of you understand to be death.
I would like to drink a potion.
Okay.
Which potion?
Potion of invisibility.
Okay.
But while we're drinking potions, drink a potion of.
Okay.
Lasts for
all right.
an hour.
Yeah, okay. Odin just turns invisible. I imagine with all the chaos happening, oh, I see what you're trying to do. You want to see if you can untie Mithrissa.
Nope.
No? Okay. Well then, you're invisible. Let me know what you want to do, and then I'll have you roll stealth at that moment. But for now, you're invisible.
I am going to take a water skin of special sauce and pour it down her face. And by down her face, I mean I'm going to make her consume it.
Okay, roll stealth.
Which her?
Mithrissa.
Gonna make everything wet underneath her so they can't light it.
I feel like you might be doing something else. Okay. So here's the thing. You bump into people, although I guess you're still invisible, so it's just kind of confusing to them. But you do make your way over to the base of this bonfire. I need you to roll strength to see if you can, I guess, force her mouth open. Because she was aware. Okay. So you uncork your special sauce, and Mithrissa seems like catatonic. And as you approach her, and you start like pouring this down, she's completely slack-jawed. She really quickly rears her head back, closes her jaw, and you see your drink sort of just pour onto her body and onto the ground below. And she spits out whatever little bit was in there, And then she like just stares in your general direction.
So her staring in my general direction, is that her coming to consciousness or just like flopped her head
She is
over
conscious.
like
She is conscious.
I'm just going to say, quick, drink this.
I can't. Also, why would I listen? Who are you? What's
This is your escape plan?
this? That's what you're here for, huh?
Yeah.
You know, I have to. It was a good effort, although to say that I needed rescue would imply that I was in trouble in the first place. And as she says this, Odin.
I'm gonna take my torch and I'm gonna light the bottom of the bonfire. I'll be like, fine, have it your fucking way.
You break out your torch, and as you light it,
I'm gonna scream, death! Death!
a lot of stuff happens.
Perfect, let's hear it.
The stake catches fire. It bursts into flames, and actually a lot of orcs nearby are caught unaware as some of the flames like shoot out and light them on fire, and they're rolling on the ground. You hear the matron from like this argument in the front scream out, "No!" And Mithrissa is engulfed in flames. And Odin, you're still invisible. But she looks directly at you, and you hear her say, "Thank you." And Odin, you're pretty sure bodies are not supposed to burn that quickly.
Damn,
and
powered her up.
She is pretty much like, from the looks of it, it looks like she disintegrates, and then you see like a missile of fire shoots straight up. It pierces through the clouds and it splits it open, forming this circle. And then it just like shoots out of the atmosphere into space. And I think everybody is just like sitting there in stunned silence, and they're just like, what happened?
Is that how all councilmen die? I guess.
No, that's not. This is not. And I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Is this AoE?
Yes. Wow, Flinty, you fail. Flinty, you're just staring up. It's like, wow, pretty. And so much so that you don't seem to realize that this fireball is coming back down. If you rolled above a... What's the saving throw here? If you rolled above a 16, you are going to take half damage as basically a fire, like a huge fiery mass descends on Shazag and just completely like, it doesn't explode with force, but it sort of expands, and it just catches like everything on fire. Just goes.
I'm going to like shoot out a portal here and then somewhere far away from Shazag and tell everyone to get in there quickly.
I think you said that after the thing landed.
You didn't describe like what was coming down towards us, though. So.
I did say that. I did say to Flinty, so much so that you didn't realize that it was coming back down. So, well, you know what, Wheelie, go ahead and No, I think your first dexterity save is reacting to this thing coming down, so I don't think you have enough time to shoot a portal and escape.
How many points
Everybody,
of full damage? Sorry.
huh?
How many? If you didn't save, how many
Oh, whoops.
points
I'm getting to that.
of damage?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm getting to that. 24.
Okay, so that's half a dead, and I roll a canny dodge, so that would be 6 then.
Well, didn't you save?
No, I rolled an 8, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's half. It would be doubly halved for you. And standing at the center, is not Mithrissa. At least, not as far as you can see, but is just like this figure completely engulfed in flames. All around you are just like a lot of orcs are dead. A lot. And whoa, Ganondorf, what happened to you?
I murdered myself.
You just like yeah, I think actually here's what we'll do. If you were outside, you guys don't take damage. Because Eva and Gwyndor really quickly jumped in front and projected like a shield. So Flinty, Galadriel, Eragon, you guys are fine. But standing at the center of this is no longer Mithrissa, as far as you can tell, maybe vaguely, just like a fiery figure. And you see a green sigil appear on this figure's forehead, which was the same sigil that you saw when you killed Inge. And then you hear a voice, a very let's see, which one was it? I already forgot which one it was. Whatever, I'm not gonna belabor it. You hear a very familiar voice come from just somewhere say, "It is time." And a bunch of you see portals open up, and basically like a huge influx of like winged demons just rush out and disperse. You also see there's like it's like a huge portal from the sky, pretty much where this missile pierced the clouds. And staring down at you is an astral projection of Eridol. As just a bunch of like hellspawn flood out. They completely like swarm this, and all of the remaining orcs are really quickly struck down. And all around you, any orc that wasn't killed by the explosion are just being like demolished. For you guys in particular, you're gonna face some baddies. As everybody takes up to arms, and the chieftain blows a war horn, before I guess he's not standing like directly in front of Mithrissa because that would just be weird. The chieftain blows a war horn, and just turns around and really like jams his sword into one of the demons. Let's get into some initiative, yeah? Let me clear this turn order real quick. You might have to re-roll, sorry. Alright. There you go.
Is Groot joining us?
That's up to you, Eragon. Did Groot come with you?
Let's see. No, it looks like there's a bunch of fire. No, he didn't come.
Okay. Let's say that he's shrank down to like a pocket-sized Groot. macro? Okay, I guess you don't want to work. Did my macros break again? I'm so sad. I'll have to get that checked out.
Oh, I think I forgot to look on my token.
Okay, that's no problem. What was your initiative?
Hers is what the Beast of the Land is. Hers is 1716. Beast is
No.
20.14.
Yeah.
Okay. If it's okay with you, can we just have Yoshi move on your turn?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Just
That's
to
fine.
keep things simple. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's everybody because we're missing Isarya. Let me go ahead and roll for some of these NPCs here. And we'll say that Gwindor is going to act independently. Oh, Lady actually has come in too. Lady should take damage, now that I think about it. What did she... Let's roll a dexterity save for her. 18, okay, so she doesn't take the full damage. She takes 12. Everybody jumps to action. Lady pulls out what looks to be like the broken hilt of a, what did I give her? Nagi katana? No, it was something else. What is it? Odachi. It's like a two-handed katana. She pulls out what looks to be like the shattered hilt of it. And one of her pouches she's carrying flies open, and a bunch of small shards flow through the air before assembling themselves into this long two-handed Odachi. And she gets ready in battle stance. Ozra just gonna hide, I think. But oh, I should also roll for
I did.
fake Mithrissa. Yeah, I don't think I can roll for Guide just because she'll be here, but she won't participate in the battle. Just because, unless she shows up, then I'll put her in, but...
Okay.
So just so I'm understanding, this Mithrissa that's right here isn't actually Mithrissa?
It represents the figure that came down.
Okay.
Where's the figure?
That is her. That is the
Mithrissa.
figure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At least what you think happened. When Odin set fire to Mithrissa, she basically like instantly disappeared into the fire, shot up in the air, and then came crashing back down, and seemingly opened portals. So without further ado, let's get this started. Odin, it is your turn. Just to give you an idea of what surrounds you, what's up?
Oh, nothing. No, sorry. You're good.
Okay. The things that you are facing in particular, you got two Coven hags over here.
Don't tell us their
Sort of like-
names.
Well, I mean, that's what they look like. I also don't know how to refer to them, but they're Coven hags. And they're like hunched over, clutching their staves. And then you see two like large demonic insects. They've got this like really nasty like spiral drill, like it's not a proboscis because proboscises are like for tongues, but these are just like stabby stab things. And they're very loud. They actually like, imagine like the sound of cicadas, but super deep. So it pounds the heart, and just makes it like rattles your bones or whatever.
And they fly.
They have wings, and they did fly down.
So it's a beedrill.
They don't have stingers, but if that's what you want to think of them, sure.
Okay. All right. So my turn. Well, I'm gonna do a second wind.
Okay, that makes sense. So go ahead and roll that. So that's going to be, what, 15?
Uh,
9 plus
fighter
7.
level is 7, 16. Yeah.
Oh, 16. Yes. I don't know why I said 15. I can't count.
And I'm gonna drink a health potion,
Okay.
which is 2d6.
2d4 plus 2. Okay. That is 8 health. Would you like to move?
I'm gonna move a little bit towards our team.
Is he still invisible?
Yes, he is.
Oh, that's good. That's a good call.
That's a good point. I'm going to give you a little ninja symbol to say you are invisible.
Alright, I'm gonna move right there. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Okay. Odin, you're gonna take 5 damage as you stand near this burning figure.
Alright.
Okay. Next up is one of these large flying insects. Yeah. It's gonna fly over. And it's gonna just like dive down. As it gets closer and closer, you guys feel this just torrent of like you go to a concert and they like turn the bass up way high and you feel it in your chest and your heart. It is very much that, but like many times per second. So it is incredibly disconcerting. And it is going to just like impale this orc here. Who takes 48 total damage. And you hear like a really loud sucking sound as the orc shrivels just a little bit. And after it's done doing this, it flies back up into the air. So I will mark down that these guys are flying.
Opportunity attack.
Yes, that's a good point. I will let this orc have an opportunity attack.
So the orc lost its maximum hit point by 28.
Yes.
Fuck. That
The orc
sucks.
screams and turns around and bears down a great axe, but misses horribly as this creature goes flying back up to the air. Okay, next up is the like main chief himself, who I did not have take damage. He should have taken damage. There we go. Okay, and he's just going to rush the burning figure in the center. He takes 5 damage. And he's just going to do his best to just rend into what was Mithrissa, if it was ever Mithrissa. Okay. The first one does not hit as this fiery figure seems to shift out of form, but the second one hits something fleshy, and you hear the crunching of metal on bone, and when he pulls it back, you see for like a very brief moment a little bit of blood before it's immediately cauterized by the intense heat. And that's going to be the end of Guzrak's turn. All right, Galadriel, it is your turn.
All right. So You said the bug was flying in the air, correct?
Yes.
Is he like moving
This one is-
around or just in the same spot or?
Well, if you're trying to attack it, you can just roll against its AC because, you know, that's just how things work. But it is in motion, yes. This one is perched atop a tent. So sorry, the top one is moving, is just like retreating away from this orc. The bottom one is perched atop a tent.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna use my movement and move up to the entrance. Maybe a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then want to place Hunter's Mark on the big bug.
Sure, which one?
This one right here. The one that just visually attacked that orc.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I
And-
forgot. I'll do it next time. I forgot. If I forget, I forget. So. Continue with your turn. Sorry, I'm just reminding myself. Just continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. I'm going to use my sharpshooter and shoot it with my longbow.
Okay.
Turn.
Oh, that's gonna hit. That is 23 damage.
And then I'm going to attack him again the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, excellent. 21 damage. Okay, you knock and shoot back 2 really quick draw arrows as they fly through the air and just like jam into this giant bug's belly, who lets out a terrifying screech. Okay.
That would be the end of my turn.
All right. Let's have Yoshi's turn then.
Yes. Uh-oh. So these orcs that are around us, they're good, right?
As far as you can tell, they're not attacking you.
Okay. Then I'm going to have Yoshi
Oh, this guy's dead.
come up
he's
with
dead.
me and think he can do anything. My movement is 40 feet. Hold on. I'm bad at this, trying to figure out.
No. Take your time.
I don't think it's within range. Hit 5 damage.
Okay. So I'm gonna move. Yoshi's gonna go up to Marithressa. Right there. And try to charge her.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna hit. So roll the 1d6. Yoshi is gonna take 5 damage as he headbutts Mithrissa.
Oh.
7 slashing. It was a good effort. He got it. He powered through the pain. Yeah, Yoshi just like, you know, does that whole thing, scratches the dirt off the ground before just rushing headlong into the fire, and hits. And there is, I don't know what sound that makes when a creature runs into a humanoid figure, but that is the sound it makes. And he meets Purchase with whatever body's inside of this thing that's going on. Okay. I forgot
That'll
again.
be the
Okay,
end
whatever.
of this turn.
Yeah, I won't forget this time. I need to remember myself. Okay. Keep forgetting. Pog, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Saving throw.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
whatever. First one.
Yes. So the beating of the wings of these like ginormous cicadas with spears for mouths threatens to knock you unconscious, but you manage to steel yourself and hold yourself against that, even as your entire body is shaking. And go ahead and take your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Radiant of the Dawn. Since it comes from the sky, it should hit pretty much everything.
Everything?
Well, that's
It won't hit. It won't hit the two guys.
no.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna hit 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? Oh, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
You're attacking a lot of friendly people.
The orcs and the matron are good
Yeah, the
people.
orcs. Yeah, they're our friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you guys forget the reason we came here?
This is the other bad guy.
Oh
So
my
there's
fucking
three.
god! I thought I was gonna nuke everything. I hate this shit.
There's 2 bugs and then Marissa.
I mean, you can attack them if you want.
Oh my fucking god! This is
Don't-
bullshit. No, I'm not gonna
and
attack
then
him.
there's this one, and then this one really far
God,
away.
stupid ass fucking orc.
Uh,
Well, since I can summon a flying dildo. Actually, no, you guys are all about. So I'm gonna have to heal again. God fucking damn it.
I mean, we weren't the ones who initiated the fight. That was Odin.
Good point. Okay. I'm gonna have to heal everybody. So everybody heals for, well, everybody. I mean, everybody who's injured. If you're not, everybody heals for 12. So that's me, Ganondorf, Willy, Odin, and I think that's it, right?
And Yoshi.
Who the fuck is Yoshi? Sure, I can heal Yoshi too. Oh, Beast
Oh
of the
my
Land? That's
gosh.
Yoshi?
Bruh.
Yes.
Oh, that's another one of your pets that's gonna die soon. I see. Okay.
Stop. He's a tougher pet. He has 40
Yeah,
hit
sure.
points.
Yoshi flexes a bicep as you brag about him.
Oh, damn. I'm actually gonna have to heal Odin or he's gonna die again. Okay. Poggy's gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gonna touch Odin.
Ooh. Wait, Odin's invisible.
He is invisible. That's correct.
Wait, so even I do not see Odin?
No, nobody sees him.
Well, I guess this whole plan goes out the window, huh?
I mean, you got the AoE. I'll let you take back the cure wounds and your movement if you want.
Nah, I'll end up here. That's fine. I'll commit to my
Okay.
position.
Okay. So Odin, go ahead and heal for 12. You get that back at least. And is there anything else you want to do with your turn, Pog?
Yeah, I'll actually clap some cheeks. I'll target Mithrisa, and give me 1 sec. Okay. I tried.
No, that hits for 27 radiant damage. And yeah, so you unleash your holy bolt as you chuck it like Thor would, which pierces Mithrisa, and her body is now outlined in this radiant sheen.
Oh, you're doing the thing.
Robot thing.
You're doing the thing, yeah. I'm gonna call it stroboscope, Josie.
Okay.
You're good.
Everybody's having issues tonight.
Okay.
But you have outlined Mithrisa in this radiant aura as she is marked. Is mass healing word a bonus action?
Indeed it is, yeah.
Huh, okay, interesting.
Well, healing word and mass healing word is about bonus actions, yeah. And healing touch and mass healing touch. Sorry. Yeah, you got me. Word of healing
Gotcha,
and
gotcha,
mass
gotcha.
word of healing
Yeah,
are both
yeah.
actions.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pretty good healing in general.
Yeah, no, that was definitely good. It is the second bug's turn. Who is going to fly over and dive down and attempt to attack you, Galadriel.
You.
Okay. Did it roll?
But
Does
not
not
good
hit.
enough. Yes, as it dives down, you manage to just dodge just out of the way, as it's like little stinger thing. What is the thing that mosquitoes have? What are those called?
Annoying.
A nose? Stinger?
It like jams into the ground
Shitty
pretty
straw.
forcefully, and it digs itself back up before flying back into the air.
Can I do an opportunity attack since he kind of dove down by me?
You totally can.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot my longbow at him.
You cannot make opportunity attacks with ranged weapons.
Oh, okay.
Wrong sheet.
Okay. So as he swoops down and tries to, sting me? I'm gonna
Yeah.
take my short sword and
Definitely.
let me take off sharpshooter real quick though.
Yeah, I think you take off like literally everything. So
Then click short sword.
Just that.
all right. As you dodge, you really quickly whip around. You draw your short sword and you just slam it into this creature's carapace, and it glances off.
Okay.
Next up is one of these hags. All right, yeah. Range. Okay, let's see. She is going to. No, that's actually a bad move. I'm not gonna do that. That's a bad idea. I don't like that idea.
No, continue.
Yeah, do
no,
it.
I don't like that
Do
idea.
it.
That's a bad idea.
Get
That's a
opportunity
that's
attacked.
that's
Just
a
these
bad
birds-
idea.
Are these birds considered giant?
Yes.
Okay, so I put my giant ring on that adds +1 to AC.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, cool, thanks.
Yeah, let's do that. Wheelie, Galadriel, Eragon, Flinty, I need y'all to make dexterity saving throws.
This is AoE.
Looks like a very straight line.
You can just make the save first, and then when you see what attack it is, you can decide what to use afterwards. Instead of like asking every time if it's AoE.
I rolled anyway, so.
Because regardless of what it is, you'll have to make the
I-
save. So it's not like if you know beforehand.
I rolled it. Did it not roll? Did it?
It did. It's right
Okay.
below your attack dexterity save. Okay. So, if you right, so Wheelie is the. Where are my rolls? Oh, I rolled that. I see. Yeah, Wheelie is literally the only one that's saved.
Wow. Good job, Wheelie.
You see these two hags. You see some sort of like magical exchange happening between them as the one in the top left shoots out a huge piercing bolt of lightning that just rams through all of you. So yeah, if you did not save, that's 27 lightning. Wheelie, for you, I believe it's Don't you have that thing where if you save, you just take no damage?
I said it's if it is an AoE attack.
Is that what the wording says specifically?
It's certain area effects, like a Dragon's Fury or an Ice Storm spell. Although I
It
guess
says when you it says specifically when you are subject to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw, you would
Yeah.
still take no damage.
yeah, and
So
it's
it's anything that requires a dex save.
but is it like area effects?
No, that's not what the description says. Ignore the first sentence. The first sentence is flavor.
Okay, then I just take no damage.
Yeah, you take no damage. It just says specifically, basically, if you have to make a dex save, it applies. It's not like, because everything that requires a dex save is AoE, I guess, technically speaking. But yeah, so you don't have to ask. So you take no damage. You completely dodge out of the way of this attack. That is the end of its turn. Ganondorf, it is your turn.
Alright, since these two things are flying, I'm gonna move over to Mithrissa.
Okay, take 5. Or I guess take 2 damage because you're raged.
Well, yeah, as my bonus action, I'm gonna go into rage, which would be before I got up to her. But then I'm going to recklessly attack her.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my Sword of Sharpness. $27.
27 is going to hit.
Okay, and that's 9, and then for my extra attack, I'm gonna use my Great Axe. My 7 again. That's 17.
Dang, yeah, that also
9.
hits. 17. 2 really quick slashes. The heat from the fire seems to just like egg you on more as you just rend in your sword with one hand and your great axe with the other. Really quick succession, both meeting their mark. And their weapons are starting to heat up as you sort of make these attacks.
My weapons are heating up?
Your weapons. You hold on to them, but they are heating up.
Well, my left hand shouldn't be affected by that, right?
Yes. Neither is your right hand. It's just for flavor.
Oh,
my guy.
okay. All right. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. I was concerned. Yeah, and then that's gonna
but
be.
this Mithrissa figure stares back at you. She is no longer Mithrissa, whatever it is. Just like completely consumed by flames, and all you see is just like basically 2 glowing yellow eyes and like a yellow mouth that's in a crooked smile.
Can I talk to my sword, or is that an action?
No, you can talk to your sword.
I'd like to I want to ask my sword, say, is there anything you can do to help me with this fire? Like a frozen
Power.
something to dull the flame. If you have anything that would be able to help with that.
I cannot grant you protection, but I can grant you this.
How are we gonna do this? Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Saving. Yikes. Oh, not yikes. At 20, -1. Does it still count if you have a
The
minus
day
1?
will come when you succumb to my thrall. Today is not the day, but you will have a taste, a fraction of the power I can give you.
Okay. I will just remind me on your next turn. I will give you something.
Okay. That's the end of my turn.
Okay. Okay. It is the other hag's turn, who is going to make a ranged spell attack on Ganondorf. And it rolled a crit fail. So it just freaking shoots into the sky, I guess. But it's like this sickly looking, brackish, vomit green colored ray that just is nowhere near anybody. Okay, next up is the matron, who is visibly shaken. And as she begins to fly, she says, "Whatever that is no longer Mithrissa." And she is going to... Yeah, this is a problem because she really only knows fire spells. She is going to fly into the air. And as she rises up, you guys see basically like a liquidy huge black hand shoot out from her torso. And it's going to hurtle towards Mithrissa, or whatever she's supposed to be now. So she's going to make a dexterity saving throw. 18. Unfortunately does save. Okay. Okay. So you see this hand basically slam into her, and it tries to grab her. So she's gonna take 2d8. But as soon as it grabs onto her, it dissipates. Oh wow, she rolled max. Oh no, she didn't. Oh yeah, she did. Yeah. So well, no, never mind. She takes 8 damage. Eragon, it is your turn.
Okay, so let's see. So I have what's it called? Groot in my pocket, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I throw him and transform him using polymorph?
Okay. Okay, sure. Yeah. What guide me through this.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw him. I don't really know my throw distance. I assume.
Let's say it's like 60. I think 60 is the default.
Okay, so wait. So then. Okay, so I mean, basically. Wait, and just to clarify, these are enemies? Wait, did I mishear that right? Right?
Well, they have been attacking people.
Okay. And so it's just these two, the bugs, and then the red devil lady, Mithrissa.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. I'm gonna throw Groot right here, and I'm gonna transform him into a Brontosaurus.
Okay.
Wait. Yes.
That's not how you spell that. How do you spell Bronta? Is it Tosaurus?
Oh,
what?
Bronto.
Why can't I spell? Why can't I find this in the compendium?
Is it not in?
Hold on. I'm just gonna search up Saurus and see what's there.
It says it should be there.
I may not have whatever it's from.
It's
I can put
Volos.
it in. Okay, yeah. Then I'll. Okay.
Which, if we're not doing Volos, it's fine.
No, we can. We can. I just need to open up a third party, but that's fine. I don't want to say no.
Okay.
I just searched up Brontosaurus, but I need to find the D&D one. I know there's like free ways to access their Oh, dang. Okay, I have the stat block.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I will just make it look like an Allosaurus, if that's
That's
okay
fine.
with you.
That's fine.
But it's gargantuan, so it's actually bigger than whatever this is gonna be. So let me go ahead and edit this, and I'll give you control. You will have to do some stuff manually, namely the attacks. But if you
That's
have
okay.
that open, then that's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll just adjust the health, which is 121. And the AC is 15, and I'll give you control over this fake token. Right. And it's Brontosaurus. Okay, there you go. You should be able to see some stuff now.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so the only information you use is going to be the health and AC. That's just so you can keep track of it. Everything else, you might want to just check wherever reference you're using for that.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. And then, is it his turn or not?
Yes.
Oh, wait,
it
no.
goes on your turn.
Okay. I also want to transform myself.
As a bonus action, go for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna transform into a plesiosaurus again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flinty, a very large dinosaur. I guess not very large. They're smaller than we thought they were. A plesiosaurus appears beside you. I guess it doesn't appear. Eragon becomes the plesiosaurus.
Yep. And then I want to fly. Because I can do that apparently.
Yeah, this is just, there's a lot of stuff going on. And this plesiosaurus grows vulture wings and just zooms into the air next to this brontosaurus.
Okay, so I'm just gonna stand beside Groot, and then I also, so Groot's going to attack Mithrissa with Stomp, which has 20 reach, and it's a 5d8 plus 5.
Okay. So roll d20 and then add 8.
Okay. 5. Oh, d20. Okay.
Yeah, to see if it hits first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right.
What is a brontosaurus is they're 4. Oh, that is a nat 1. Jeez, what does that even mean? Does the brontosaurus trip? No, I think it definitely trips. Yeah, I don't even know how that works because they're all on all fours. But I guess Groot was really excited. Groot doesn't know how to maneuver as a brontosaurus, so he just kind of like rears back up and goes way too quickly and actually falls backwards.
Okay, we'll end our turn there. You tried your hardest. I didn't say that to him, but you can just feel it.
Well, you also don't say anything. You roar. You express that sentiment, and you get a frustrated roar back.
Okay, I'm good.
Wheelie, it's your turn.
So, how do I inspire everyone? Or how do I get inspiration again?
What kind of inspiration? Bardic inspiration? Or just like normal inspiration?
Like normal inspiration. Like if I try to like encourage people, does that consume an action or a bonus action?
Can you give people inspiration? I'm just trying to understand what you're doing here because you're not a bard.
I can't do that then. Is it like a way for me to get like inspiration? Because you said it's like when you do cool stuff or something. I don't know.
Oh, how do you get inspiration? That's up to my discretion. I just give it to you if I want to. That's literally how. Which you still have one from like way back when because I gave you one in Green Horror that you never used.
I'm gonna say something flavorful as like a free action. I'm going to like raise up my hour hand and light it on fire. And I'm gonna say to everyone, hold on. Are we simply going to...
Sorry, do you know what this inspiration does?
No. But like,
Okay.
if you get it, then it's like you get it by doing something cool. Or,
That's fair. Yes, but if I really like the thing you do, so
I'm gonna say a speech. Why not?
okay, you have 6 seconds.
Are we simply going to let this harlot rot this sword clan down like a damn cloth? Kinsmen, raise up your arms and fight in the name of Glorak!
All right. That was actually exactly 6 seconds. Yeah, no, that was good actually. That was
Alright.
really good.
Okay, then I'm going to stealth then.
Everybody around you cheers actually, and they all say in Orcish, "For Gorak!" And then you immediately hide, which is kind of funny. 11 is, let's see, is that gonna do it? That is not going to do it. Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Then I'm going to go up next to Mithras, and how do I even get... I'll move it 15 feet, and then I'll take 5 damage from the fire damage.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit her with the arrow hand, so like, do I get like... How much advantage do I get then?
I mean, you just get 1, I think, because of the flanking bonus. $14. That's not enough, unfortunately. With a 14, yeah, the heat of Mithrisa is, you're struggling to push through it, and you're actually sort of repelled backwards a little bit because of just how hot it is.
Okay, I moved 15 feet, so I'm gonna move 20 feet. 20 feet here, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is Mithrisa. Well, again, she basically screams, "You will all perish." Ganondorf, Odin, Pog, Yoshi, I need you to make dexterity saving throws. Okay, and this guy here, I also need Pog to make a dex save.
I think he's AFK.
I'll just make one for him then.
He said that you need to make tea or something.
Something like that, yeah. That's unfortunate. Alright, remind me that when he comes back that his pants fell down. Odin, Ganondorf, and Yoshi, so basically, she punches down to the ground as another wave of fire spreads out. Odin and Ganondorf, you take 12 fire, that's before any other reductions. And Pog, Yoshi, and the orc are gonna take 24. That is the end of Mithras' turn. Next up is Lidi, who is going to get into fighting stance, and she sort of like doubles down on it as you see a sort of spectral shield form over her body. She gets 5 temporary hit points, and she has advantage on her next attack. She is going to... What is her movement here? 30. Okay. Yeah, she's also going to run behind Mithrissa. She's going to take the 5, which is going to come from her temporary hit points. And she is going to have advantage on her attack. And she will do it again. Wow, she critted with the first one twice. That's fun. Okay. So she is going to do 14 plus 12, 26 slashing with 2 quick slashes of this shattered Odachi. And that is the end of her turn. Okay, Flinty.
Okay. I want to cast Hideous Laughter on this bug here.
Okay. Does Hideous Laughter have a creature prerequisite? Does it work on anything? It's any creature. Okay, that's interesting.
So, yeah, I don't know what's funny to an insect.
I don't know.
Squish you?
What do you think is funny? Don't you have Strone Mouse's laughing amulet? That's for kills, but
Yeah, it's for kill. I don't know. Look at all these puny people. Hee hee.
Okay. Okay. It has advantage on saving throws against spells. But it failed both. Okay. This creature, I don't know if bugs can laugh, but it falls to the ground supine and is laughing, I guess? Is no longer flying. It just fell straight down and landed on its back.
All right. Well. Oh wait, it's laughing at Pog, whose pants fell down.
Oh yeah. Pog, your pants
Wait,
fell
what?
down.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
You failed a saving throw and
Oh
took
my
24
fucking
damage.
god! Every time I leave, my pants are down.
Okay, so for my bonus action, I evoke my Mantle of Majesty. And I want to become something very beautiful to insects and devils, which is probably like, since I'm small, like a very pretty devil baby. Very cute baby.
Like a baby.
Yeah.
Like a wah baby.
Like, yeah, like something that all devils will think are beautiful. It's like the next generation of devils. I don't know.
You got your little devil diaper?
So I want to command in a baby voice this other insect.
Okay. You have to say it in the baby voice, though.
Be like, and
Cut out.
So yeah, I think the Discord voice reduction cut you out.
It's like, that's not a real voice.
Oh, but I think you said
Muted.
land. I think you said land, right? Okay. It's command intelligence.
Command is wisdom.
Okay, it's also wisdom. Okay, so this also has advantage on it.
No.
It does not think you're cute.
Oh, it was nice try.
It thinks you're tasty.
Oh no. Well, I got one of them, guys. I'll just stay put, and that's my turn.
Okay. Next up is the second orc, who will attack this grounded creature. I guess they're prone as well. So he's gonna get advantage. And attack twice. First one does not hit, but the second one does as he slashes it for 15. And the bug is going to make another wisdom saving throw. Okay, it stops laughing and flips itself over onto its legs and turns around and chitters angrily.
It has advantage on wisdom saving throws?
It has advantage on wisdom saving throw on any magical effects, any saving throws against magic. It also got attack, so it has advantage in that regard too.
Oh,
And
okay.
I also keep forgetting to have people roll Constitution saving throws. But by this point, I kind of forgot. I will remember. I keep forgetting that's a thing that they should be doing. You know what? Let's do this. Flinty, make a Constitution saving throw. 14.
Person. Yep.
You are fine. Yes, so again, like very loud cicadas, and since you're very small and very light, I think this is way worse for you. Like the pressure like physically buffets you. And it jiggles all your organs and you feel very uncomfortable, but you keep it inside. You breathe and you're fine. Okay. Eva needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Come on, Eva. You had a +6. Well, Flinty, you see Eva cough up, like, phlegm, and then she falls unconscious. I guess that's her turn. Odin. Okay, Odin, it's your turn. You were invisible.
Alright, I'm gonna smack the shit out of this Mithras wannabe.
Yeah, can I just check, does invisibility, does it break when you do anything?
Drink a potion though. It
I
wasn't
have
the
no
spell.
idea.
Potion of Invisibility. The effect ends early if you attack or cast a spell. You have advantage on your attacks though. I guess like double advantage because you're flanking and invisible. So go for it. First one hits. Second one hits. For a total of 15 damage. This figure inside the fire is looking very labored. It's having difficulty remaining upright.
She'll bash it.
Okay. Roll strength. I rolled a nat 20.
Oof.
Yes. She pushes you back.
Oh no. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Next up is the bug, who is no longer laughing. And I think it's gonna fly over to you, Flinty. It does not like that you just try to, I don't know, make it laugh. It doesn't like jokes. It hates puns. You told it a really bad pun. And it's gonna try and suck your juices. That's... You know, in hindsight, those were not the best words.
I mean...
No, I'm like, as he was talking about her boobs, like...
Is that third base or is that second base? Where is that qualify?
Goodbye, world.
Run.
Yes. You go down and your hit point maximum decreases by 28. So just write that down somewhere, that your new hit point maximum is 18. Oh, thank you. Attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you, thank you. Does not hit, unfortunately. Flinty shrinks considerably if you are around her.
Smaller.
Yes.
Excellent.
And I'm assuming this guy's just casually not going to do anything about it.
Let's just say he's busy. He got swept up in fighting elsewhere. He's doing his work, just not in the battle you're doing right now.
So Flinty's unconscious right now, right?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Next up is Guzrag, who is going to continue the beatdown on Mithrissa with advantage. 16. Okay. With a 16, he rends his great axe into this figure, who lets out one more final cry before completely dissipating. And I will again need Odin, Ganondorf, and Pog and Yoshi to make dexterity saving throws. Okay. Pog, Odin, Ganondorf, you take 3 damage. Yoshi takes 7 as she explodes in a rather pitiful burst of flame. Yes, that would go down to 1. This guy also needs to throw a save, and that guy needs to throw a save. Everybody needs to throw a save. Whoops, not advantage. I'll just take the first one.
Well, this is the first one anyways.
Oh, okay. 3, and then 7. Okay. All that's left of this area where Mythrister was is just a very, very small pile of ash. There's nothing else. Next up is Galadriel.
Okay, I'm going to shoot the one that I have Hunter's Mark on with my bow.
Okay.
Cause see, there's
Guided!
there, right?
Guided!
We are currently fighting in Ch3-Ep14, and by the way,
Please pull up my pants.
Do I have diarrhea?
Nope. Yeah,
no,
but I have a remedy.
Well, we can slove you back in here, but you know what? I think your friends have some pretty interesting stories to tell you after the battle.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nothing to see here.
innocents died at Carson. Now innocents are dying in Ch3-Ep14. Also, by the way, Mythrister is probably not dead as of the moment, so.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way,
A lot's
Flinty is.
what happened.
I'm
Oh yeah.
scared.
By the way,
I'm
Flinty
so
is.
scared.
Flinty is down and Ava is unconscious, so that should be fun. But you're healthy, so it should be fun.
Galadriel, your first attack does not hit, but go ahead and make a second attack.
Okay.
How was the wedding?
Yeah, how was it?
Long. Lots of music,
man.
and for my introverted self, it was hard after a while.
Oh, definitely. I know that feeling.
Yeah, I was like, don't talk to me anymore. I want to.
Let me talk with my virtual friends instead. Yeah, Galadriel, you draw back these 2 arrows. But you are distracted by Flinty going down. And both of them are sort of weakly pulled back as they sort of just bounce off harmlessly against this creature's carapace.
No, Flinty. Damn. Okay.
So, does anybody want to quickly catch Isarya up to speed about the current situation? I'll let
Bugs
Yoshi
can
go
laugh.
after that.
This looks very scary, guys.
What?
The heck?
Yes, bugs can laugh. We are fight. Pull up my pants, please.
So we
Also,
had the
Flinty dead a lot. Flinty dead a lot. Also very small, apparently.
we had that
She was already
council
small,
meeting,
but
and while we were there, Eva had like a vision that Mythrister was captured by the Sword Clan, which is where we're at now. We came over here. We were allowed to go in, but Eva and Windor were asked to stay outside. We all went inside. Odin drank a potion of invisibility. Mythrister was tied up on this bonfire here. I went over there and tried to give her a drink. She refused. She kind of came consciousness. He lit her on fire. She turned into a giant fireball that came down onto us. She wasn't actually Mythrister. She was a fake Mythrister. We killed her and she turned into a pile of ash. These 2 big beedrill looking things and these 2 whatever Josie called them.
They're
came out
hags.
Hags came out of portals. And that's the current state of it. I don't think I missed anything.
We might have also burned down a bar. I mean, no, destroyed a bar.
Flooded.
Oh my god.
Flooded. In bars. And killed
Isarya,
people.
Hi.
that vision you and Wheelie told me about,
Yes.
Yeah.
Eridol.
this is him.
It's time to kick ass and take names.
So the thing is, when the portal opened up, his astral projection was there. That was the one thing. And the other thing is that Mithrissa, when she came back down, she had that insignia on her forehead that you saw in in-game.
Oh. Okay.
So was that actually Inge though? Since I don't think, with all due respect, I don't think a console member would down that fast.
I think we have other things to discuss before, other things to resolve before that. Isarya, go ahead and roll advantage. Sorry, initiative, not advantage.
Okay.
And I'll stick
I was
you
like,
in
wait,
there.
already? What did I do?
Yeah. And Galadriel, go ahead and what does Yoshi do?
Yoshi is going to pull his character sheet. Going to maul at hold on. Can't really do that because they're not on the ground yet, right? What?
This guy?
The Beedrill people? Yeah. What'd you call
This
them?
one's not. No, this one's flying. This
Okay.
one is grounded.
I think he's too far away from that one.
Okay.
Using them. I don't think so. Oh, 35 feet away. Okay. So he's going to charge over to the Beedrill that's on the floor.
We're calling them Beedrills, huh?
I guess. They look
Alright.
like the Pokemon Beedrills.
I would disagree, but
I mean, compared to what? Like a giant mosquito? Playing-
yeah.
He's gonna maul him.
Yes, please.
I like lose my voice.
11 is not going to do it, unfortunately, but Yoshi
Rip.
does his darndest as he
I
rams his
know,
head
he's
into it.
trying.
And then he rubs his head. It's very hard. He's like, it hurt a little bit. Mom, it hurt.
Oh. You'll be okay.
And that is the end of your turn.
Yes.
Pog, your pants are down.
My throat. Oh, sorry.
What, you think I don't know?
I'm just reminding, just in case you forgot.
Oh, I can feel it.
I
Like,
think everyone knows.
He got some breezes between his
what's
sneezes.
that supposed to mean? God damn. It looks like I can make a play that will save Flinty and save my junk. Yes. I will waste my turn. Actually, do I really care about my pants? I don't give a fuck about my pants. I'm gonna hop, like bunny hop, like
Yes,
potato bag.
yes,
You know the
yes.
game I'm talking about? Yeah. So I'm
The potato sack? Yeah.
yeah, I'm like bunny humping. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bunny hump. And then I'm gonna touch myself. Give me 1 sec.
This is the one
Did you say you're
circumstance.
touching yourself? Okay.
Yes, I'm touching myself. So we'll heal
So
for
first he touches himself and then he heals himself.
yes. It's yeah. So 25 plus 8.
8. 33.
Perfect. Oops. And then I'm gonna cast as my bonus action I'll cast Mass Healing Words again because it
Okay.
appears that I'm a heal bot now. So it's gonna heal Flinty, Galadriel. I cannot see Odin, so he's excluded. Ganondorf, Wheelie, myself. I think that's it, right? One. Yeah. So actually, everybody except Odin and Eragon is too far.
Well,
So everybody
Eragon's also
heals
dinosaur
for-
form, so
Oh. Oh. Well, anyway, so everybody heals for 8,
okay.
and that's my
Flinty,
turn.
you are reawakened, but you have definitely shrunken in weight.
Yeah. So you only have 8 HP right now. That's the end of my turn.
You're like-
Heal bot. Mission accomplished.
Okay.
Still no pants. But
Oh my gosh.
from a cool perspective too, I would assume.
Yeah, that's what really matters here.
It's
Next up is the second bug. Right, Wheelie's not stealth. Okay, the second bug is gonna turn around and gonna try and take a sip from the old Wheelie soda.
You don't want orc blood? Yeah, that's what I told you.
Yeah, no, you dodge it very nicely. You just sidestep calmly as this needle jams into the earth, and then he pops it back out and resumes flying back into the air.
Flying back into
Do
the air.
attack of
Then
opportunity.
also your attack of opportunity.
Yes, you do.
Can I apply sneak attack since he's 5 feet away from everyone? I don't know.
Can I firebolt him?
Well, you can't
Or
only
do I just
melee.
attack? Okay, then I'll use my...
only melee.
I'll take my quarterstaff out and just whack him.
Your first melee attack ever.
Can I do sneak attack as well since he's 5 feet away from everyone?
I am
can't-
checking.
oh.
22. That hits. I'm checking real quick. One per turn.
And it's before my turn too, so.
Oh, wait a second. Oh my gosh, the wording of sneak attack is insane. It doesn't say once on your turn. It just says once per turn. So it literally refreshes on every subsequent creature's turn. So yes, you do get sneak attack. That's ridiculous.
Okay.
That's insane.
So since Galadriel is attacking it, do I also get advantage? I'm sorry, I'm just being incredibly dumb.
You don't get advantage because you're not flanking, but don't you have the
Inspiration.
not the inspiration, the what's it called from your swashbuckler?
The Rockish Audacity?
Does that give you advantage or no?
No, it just gives me sneak attack.
You don't get advantage, but you do get the sneak attack.
Whoops.
That's fine. 23 hits for 31 damage
Okay.
as it flies up. You manage to sever one of its legs.
Then I'm going to double it with the air hand.
Okay. Yeah, two of its legs come clean off as it flies uneasily back into the air and lets out a terrifying screech. Okay, next up is a night hag. And it is going to cast Magic Missile at 5th level on Odin. So I need to roll 8 magic missiles. Okay. So that's gonna add up to 7, 9, 11, 16. Oh, yeah. 7, 11, 16. 19, 22, 27.
27.
Odin, 8 magic missiles slam into your body for 27 damage.
I would like
Oh
to
wait, no,
use
you're
my
invisible. You're invisible.
Fletcher's
You're
mitt.
invisible. No. You're not invisible. You attacked.
I did attack.
Okay, you're
And
no
I'm
longer
using
invisible.
my Fletcher's mitt.
Okay, I don't think that matters because these hit regardless, unfortunately. And that's also specifically ranged non-magical attacks. Magic missiles guaranteed damage, baby.
This is the fight you picked. And you dragged us into it, by the way, so...
What do you fucking mean?
Isn't that all Ballers and Bagpipes fights, though? I mean,
Look, in
somebody
character...
initiates it, and then we all.
Look, in character, I don't notice, but I'm just
How
saying.
much damage? What was that again?
27.
Alright, I'm dead.
Ugh. Odin goes
No,
down.
Odin.
Okay, Ganondorf, it's your turn.
Everything's really far from me. I'm just gonna move over to Odin. I'll give him. And that's. Can I give him 2 or can I just give him 1?
Oh, I think Josie froze.
Gone.
He's frozen.
Frozen. Hi, Josie.
Unfortunate.
Josie said to give him a second. I guess if everyone wants to take like a quick 5-minute break, we can take a break real quick.
Yeah, I'm done.
Sure.
Okay.
Do these guys have any resistances and stuff?
What?
Do they have any resistances, or like they immune to anything?
They're just insects that are flying.
None of
Okay.
us have hit the hags yet because they're so far away.
Okay.
I think
What?
they have a passive, like they don't take a lot of damage from Flinty.
Oh, you're pointing at the hags.
The birds themselves have advantage on throws. Any type of thing that they have to do. Doesn't seem.
Okay.
Well, that's also because that we're hitting them, so... You need to deal big damage, and then you can stun them.
Yo, I can't do damage. You guys keep dying.
Welcome back.
Hello.
So, Eternal said if he could give Odin 2 healing potions.
Yes. It didn't go through. Dang it. I typed in chat, but it didn't go through. The answer is no. He can give 1.
Okay. I guess I'll roll a d4 for him then.
No. You can wait till I come back. It's fine. I'll let him. Oh, what? He's here. Spooky.
Spoopy.
Alright.
I'm here.
Amazing.
I don't know if everyone else is back. Yeah, I know Eragon walked away, and I think
Yeah,
Corey
we can
did
just
too.
chill. We can just chill.
But Odin can heal for 7.
What is it with you guys and just starting fights?
That's literally half
B
of
and
D&D.
B way.
Wait, what do you mean by you guys? It's like one person, and I have to waste all my spells to keep people from dying. I just want to cast fireball. Man. I'm
Eternal,
tired of
you
healing
are
people.
cutting out.
You guys need some double healing potions or some shit. I don't know. Like big jugs or I don't know, syringes of healing.
Oh, it might be.
I really want to chug jug with you.
Well, Jarius, you seem really far away.
Who's that?
That's Eragon.
The flying Eragon.
Who's this?
That's Groot. He polymorphed him.
Oh, okay.
That's not actually Groot. He's a different he's a Brontosaurus. Like oh, we can't see either of their health bars, by the way, Josie.
Oh, okay. I can fix
This
that.
one has like 112, and this one has 90 something.
Man, I want to be an ape so I can have health. That would be nice.
Do you see it now for the
Yes.
Brontosaurus?
121 out of 51.
And for because I just didn't. It's not technically a Brontosaurus, but do you see Eragon?
No. Well, I see Eragon the
Okay.
character. I don't see Eragon the whatever dinosaur.
How about
Yes.
What is going on with Discord? My thing is not Discord. My thing is like, it's some specific weird, like, I think it's like a messed up driver or something on this laptop specifically. Because every other device I have maintains Wi-Fi connection. And in the past, I've had problems with this one maintaining connection to Wi-Fi. So sometimes it just stops for like a minute. I don't know why.
You have Comcast?
I believe it's Verizon. I'm not.
We have
My
that
roommate's the
issue.
one who paid for it, but
We have is it a Flexbox through Comcast or through Xfinity? And that's like the only device that we have issues with Wi-Fi wise. Like it'll randomly disconnect and connect to the internet when everything else is fine.
At
Yeah,
the
I mean,
same around the same time, it's really weird.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think it's like the provider issue because like all of my other devices are fine. It's just specifically this laptop at random moments. It's not too bad because I'm not like doing anything that requires a constant connection, but maybe like once every 3 days, it just won't work for a minute.
There's your reminder, Josie.
Oh, thank you.
Or I keep doing anything else.
Yeah. I guess you healed Odin though, right?
Yeah, I'm still gonna heal him regardless, but
Okay. Okay. Ganondorf. So this happened like the turn you asked for it, basically, but it didn't go into effect until after everything. You see your right arm frost over. And as it gets closer to the hand, it basically is like encased in a glove of jagged, bloody ice, which also seems to like shoot upwards through your sword. So I think with that petition, why don't you go ahead and add 1d8 cold damage to all attacks made with the sword?
with the Sword of Sharpness?
With the Sword of Sharpness, yes. This man...
1d8 of cold?
1d8 cold, yes. This man is a lot of references put together. This is the love child of Ganondorf and Todoroki.
So does the cold crit just add another d8 to it, or does it add the 4d6 and the other d8 and blah blah blah?
It's on top of everything that's already there. Everything stacks.
Okay. Well, I'm just... Alright, I guess, can you look at it in my character sheet when you have a second to see if I set it up right with the second damage? Or can I just test it real quick?
Oh, I see. So for the crit, you don't have to put anything there.
Oh, you
If
don't?
it crits, it'll automatically re-roll. Yeah, it'll just add an additional one unless it's special. So
Okay.
yes, that's correct.
Alright, cool. Then so I moved like 5 feet to get to Odin, but I guess I'll just move towards where the matron is. That's gonna be the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is the other hag, who is going to again try and shoot that ray of enfeeblement to you. And cry a very sad cry because it is a stupid dum-dum who can't hit anything. It actually says in canon, I'm a stupid dum-dum and I can't hit anything.
No, say it was her voice.
I'm a stupid dum-dum and I can't hit anything. This is my voice. I don't know how to make it upset sounding. Next up is the matron, who is currently flying. This should go down. And she is going to flick a wrist over at the hag on the right and cast Immolation. Ooh, just barely fails. Okay, as this hag is self-deprecating, it erupts in flame and is completely engulfed, and lets out a blood-curdling scream. It also sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius. And the best part, these flames cannot be extinguished by non-magical means.
So I can't sneak?
No, you can sneak.
It's 30 radius.
That's, yeah. I mean, maybe not like at that creature, but you've got other targets you can go for.
Okay, sure.
Gosh. So whiny. Eragon, it is your turn.
Okay. So, me and Groot are going to attack this bitch.
Okay.
Groot is going to attempt to stomp again. He should reach. I should reach too. And I'm gonna bite.
Okay.
So hold on.
So who hits first?
We're gonna hit at the same time.
Okay.
Coordinated attack.
Well, I'll give Groot advantage because you failed really badly.
What does always happen? Okay. Wait. So if I roll a d20, I just roll it twice.
Yes. You just roll it twice and take the higher, and then add 8 to the highest one. You'll get a taste of this in Vegas when we have real dice. 19 plus 8 is most certainly going to hit.
Plus 6.
And
It has a
then
plus 8 to attack.
okay, and then the stomp is 5d8 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna
34 damage. Yes. Yep. Eragon, you sort of like whip your head and it kind of hits Groot and it's awkward. But Groot is very heavy, not phased, as he raises one of its great Brontosaurus legs and brings it down on this hag for 34 bludgeoning damage.
okay.
And
then
she must make a strength saving throw. And she does save. Surprisingly, she lifts Groot's foot off of her.
What? All right. Okay, and then Groot and I are gonna retreat. So Groot's gonna move right here.
Okay.
I can move there, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna fly back. Where do I fly back? Here. Okay. And that'll end my turn.
Okay.
Our turn. Yep.
Wheelie.
So how high is this bug again?
Outside of melee range.
Is there like anything I could jump onto to reach it?
You can try and climb on this pillar.
Would that assume anything? Or do I just roll acrobatics?
You just have to roll athletics.
Okay, then first I'm gonna stealth them.
Alright. I think that's good.
Okay, then I'm gonna try and climb up here.
Okay, roll
And-
athletics. Yep, you scurry on up there. You just run up. You wall run.
And then I'm gonna try and stab it.
Yeah, go for it. You got advantage. Okay. Depending who you ask, what you're about to do is either very cool or very cringe. But you run up this pillar without even like climbing with your hands. You just run straight up it. You do a backflip, and as you pass underneath the underside of this insect, you drag your dagger through it, and you land, and the creature comes falling down with a large splat, and it is dead.
Okay, so that would be... I don't know how much movement that was.
That would probably take at like 30 feet. I would
Okay.
say.
Then I'm gonna move 10 feet here. And then that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Leedy turns over and she says, "Good shit, Wheelie." And she is going to once again give herself temporary hit points and advantage on her next melee attack. And she's going to run to the hag that is writhed in magical flames and get some nice hits in with her Odachi. And both of those are going to hit for a total of 20 slashing. And that is the end of her turn. Flinty.
Alright. I'm pissed at this stupid bug. I'm gonna use Dissonant Whispers at level 3.
Dang,
Oh my God.
that's very pissed off. It has advantage because that's a thing. It failed. Okay. So it takes 14 psychic, and what are the effects?
I think it's just damage.
And
Oh, wait.
it must
I
immediately
must move away
it
from
runs away. Yeah, it yells out in fear as it runs away. What is its speed? Fly 60. Okay,
So,
it just zooms out there.
Ew, bug. Dumb insect. Okay. And then for my bonus action, I will give folks some temporary hit points here with my Mantle of Inspiration. I will give... Who got bit? Okay, so... Wait, what's the range on this? It's just... Anyone I can see. 60 feet.
60 feet, yeah.
Whoops. I want to see if Odin's in range. Yeah, okay. So I guess Odin and Isarya and I thought someone else was low. Just me? Dang.
You.
And Galadriel.
Yoshi's low.
Screw Yoshi. He's not a real boy.
Yoshi looks at you and cries.
Okay, so Odin, Galadriel, and Isarya.
I healed Yoshi before. I got nothing. Fuck this stupid ass pet.
You healed Yoshi? I don't think you did you?
Yep, I did. I saved this motherfucker's life. He said no shit.
did.
I'm done. I don't care about Yoshi anymore.
Wait, you healed Yoshi?
Moving my 25 feet.
Before this.
It doesn't matter. Pog is really upset, but he doesn't care.
Okay, Yoshi licks you.
No, it's too late. Also, I don't have pants. It's best he doesn't lick me at all.
Too late for that.
What? Damn. Okay.
On your leg.
Flinty, is that the end of your turn?
I want to move a little bit further away.
Go for it.
Here.
Okay.
25. In case that buzzing insect comes back. That's all.
All right. Excellent. Next up is this orc who's going to run and help give Wheelie the beatdown on this hag. Okay, yes, 32 damage. She is cleaved in half, and these flames consume her completely before instantly dissipating, leaving behind just a pile of ash. All right. Isarya, it is your turn.
Yeah. Give me 1
You
second.
have You've got a hag here, and you've got a flying insect over here.
If I hit the insect, will it come back, or will I?
I don't know. I mean, I do know, but you don't know.
See. Okay, I'm just gonna do what I wanted to do originally. I am going to twin my fireball.
Okay.
I'm gonna slap my delicious bat guano together. And I'm gonna point towards the insect that's flying away.
Okay.
And I am going to try my best to aim away, or this hag that's by Odin, but I'm gonna cast it a little bit.
Oh, you're like opposite directions. Okay,
Yes.
okay, yeah. Okay.
And what do I need to roll for that?
Okay, for
I'm
that
trying
one,
not
that's
to
a
get
spell
him in
casting.
there.
So that's going to be charisma plus proficiency.
Okay, let's see.
Yep. You aim it just fine.
Okay.
All right, cast your twin fireball. Isarya's... I mean, a lot of people are popping off this chapter, but, like, Isarya's, like, really popping off.
This is her chapter.
Time to get strong, boys.
All right, dexterity saving throws. Which one's the first one? And which one goes to where, I guess? That's what I mean. Which one goes to where?
The first one is going to be cast on the insect.
Okay.
And then the second one on the hag.
Well, they both fail.
Should it be 23 and 24?
That is correct. Yes, okay. You channel 2 fireballs, and in a devastating move, you hurl the first at this insect that is currently fleeing from Flinty, and you strike it in the back. You see its wings begin to burn, and the fire engulfs the rest of its body, and it just kind of crashes into the ground below in a charred mess. And this other fireball just slams into the tent behind this hag and just envelops the tent and the hag within the explosion range, just in front of Odin's face. So he might get, like, I don't know, 1st or 2nd degree burns, but he'll live.
Oh, so I
Better than
don't...
being dead, like I almost did.
So I don't have to draw him having a beard. Is that what you're saying?
Jeez.
Eyebrows.
And that'll be it for me. I'm gonna stay still.
Okay. Eva is unconscious. She's like, yeah, she's like in like a puddle of drool, basically. So she's not dead, but she's definitely not moving.
Would she be
Can
like...
I take my movement over there then, since I haven't moved?
Oh yeah, you totally can.
Okay.
Would it be like that one scene in Adventure Time where like Jake wakes up and sees what's going on and then like closes his eyes?
No, it's not that. This is definitely more just like Eva's just straight up unconscious. All right, Odin.
Walk up to this guy. Smack him with my rail splitter.
Okay. Hits.
Then I'm gonna shield bash him. Hopefully
Okay.
back into the fire.
Okay, yeah, sure. I see what you're saying. The tent's on fire. All right, yes. Let's say you knock it back into this burning tent, and so she's gonna take a little bit of burning damage from that. She's gonna take 5.
I'm gonna walk up to her. Now, you said this is like this isn't a flying thing, right?
No, she's not flying, and she is prone now.
All right. And then I'm gonna stand over her and drop the rail splitter on her again.
Okay. With advantage.
Jarius, we definitely need a picture of that.
Well, actually, I'm on break, so there will be a lot of. I might be able to draw a lot of cool scenes. But it's
About
just
to add.
between like you doing like the minigun move back to haunted house and you casting twin fireballs. It's like you're really popping off.
Yay.
I might just
As of
I might just draw like one scene of both. I mean, there's a lot of cool moments, so.
Neither of those hit, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go ahead and action surge.
Okay.
And I'm swinging again.
Yes, with advantage. You got advantage on both your attacks. All right, hits for 6. And hits for 12. Yes, a devastating flurry of blows. You pretty much just like ran up to her, stabbed her, bashed her off, back into the flaming tent, and then hit her again. Like making it look like it was on purpose or on accident. That's what I want to know.
on accident.
Okay.
But we
okay.
all know that it wasn't.
She gives you a side eye. Like she knows, but she's focused on other things right now.
That will end my turn.
All right. Next up is Guzrag. Who, yeah, there's only one enemy left. Who's going to just run on over and use his movement, and I guess he'll dash. And he gives you a affirmatory nod as if he approves of the violence you have shown. Odin. Galadriel, it is your turn.
I'd like to transfer my hunter's mark over to that guy, and I want to move up so I can get a better shot angle, I guess. Why can't I get my little toolkit? There it goes. 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna go stay right here. And then shoot my longbow.
Okay.
With the sharpshooter.
First one does not do it.
Okay. And then again. Man.
Second one also will not do it. Yes. But you launch 2 arrows, and it's quite a distance, and you're also trying to weave it in between Odin and Guzrag. So those sort of offset your mark a little bit. But Odin, an arrow appears like coming just underneath your feet, like landing right in front of you.
Sorry, Odin.
And is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn, yeah.
Okay, then it is Yoshi's turn.
Yoshi is going to move up to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I would just say right next to me, and I think that's the end of his turn because he can't do anything else. He's not close enough.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Next up is Pog.
Hello?
Burn
Yes,
the witch.
hello.
Yeah, I'm super sorry. For some reason, my screen just went all black, and now it's okay.
My.
No, it's fine. I know why. I fucked up. Is this the first one where everybody's actually fucking alive?
It looks like everybody's alive.
Oh my fucking god. Time to finally do fat damage. Oh, actually, I'm gonna pull up my pants.
Are you gonna use your action to pull up your pants?
Yeah. Kind of sucks having disadvantage on everything.
Okay. You quickly pull them up.
Hmm. I mean, there's not much. Like, do we see Gwendor or no?
Who's going door?
He's busy fighting other stuff right now.
Oh. I don't know who to hit anymore. Wait. Just like, let's do math.
There's
Yeah, I'm
one
not sure I
enemy left.
can, but let's see. Oh, yeah. Fine. Oh shit, Odin's gonna die again? I don't care. Well actually.
Angle it behind.
Yeah, but I just have a bonus action, that's the issue. So I
Oh.
have to see what I can do. I think it's only spiritual weapon. Spiritual weapon is 60 feet, but then the spiritual weapon can move. So that's the play. Summoning my dildo as far away as I humanly possibly can.
Okay.
I'm actually not sure precisely how far I can go. So let's just do it. 1, 2, 3. 50 feet. Right there. Then my dildo is going to move. And whack at this motherfucker.
Okay. 23 is gonna hit, and as a final like hoop de grace, just your spiritual weapon just comes along, flies around.
Comes along.
I don't know, man. It whacks this prone hag. So
Is it a flaming dildo? I was wondering if what you meant. Yeah.
Is that the sound that dildo makes?
Is the night hag's turn? Who's going to cast magic missile on Odin at 2nd level?
Oh, so you tell me I should have kept a resurrection slot?
I mean, he'll just be down, so.
Oh.
7 plus 6 is 13. Odin goes down again.
Did he already use my temporary hit points?
Oh, did he? I don't know. Did you, Odin?
I did not, but I think it's going to still kill me at 13.
Yes, you're basically shotgun blasted.
No, you have
like
one.
Ranged by magic missiles.
You have 1 health left, Odin.
It was +8 shield, not +5.
Yeah,
right?
8 plus 7, right? 15?
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You're good.
Alive!
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not
baby.
even close. Wait, how much is he alive by? Like 2?
2.
1. Because he has 14 health and you did 13 damage.
Yes. Okay. Yep. You're literally on death's door. Not really, actually. You would.
Wait.
You're on unconsciousness's door.
Not
close.
even close.
Next up is Ganondorf.
I'm going to move by 40 feet. There. Oh, you're right, Flint. Math.
No, let them figure it out.
Math is hard. Math is very hard.
I don't know why I decided to default listen to Eternal. I should have known better than that.
Should have known by now.
I think you guys need to.
I
didn't even
gonna say that
bother
too,
counting.
and I was like,
So many
oh,
people were
everybody
throwing
else
numbers,
said
and I'm just
yeah,
like, I'm just
okay.
gonna do an
I
Eternal.
just knew that he lived. That's all I
fucking
knew.
wrong.
Not
Look,
died.
look, Eternal just killed a bitch.
I'm going to use my very crossbow.
Okay.
I have to insult the bow.
You do have to
No,
insult
that's
the
if
bow.
no. I mean, can I tell from where I'm at how far away I am that if the hags like really hurt or not?
I wouldn't say really hurt. Decently hurt.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot it regularly with crossbow. I guess recklessly though. I'll recklessly attack her with crossbow.
Yeah, sure. Does reckless attack work with non-melee attacks? I guess it does. We already asked this, right?
It doesn't say anything about. Oh, it does say advantage on melee weapon attack.
Oh,
rolls.
okay. So I was gonna say, I don't know how you really recklessly attack with a ranged weapon.
So you wouldn't get the advantage on.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so crossbow once.
It didn't
The
roll the
second.
attack roll.
Oh yeah. Why didn't it? That okay? So the first one didn't hit. My macro the second time. Yes. So
Yes, that a 15 is still not going to hit.
What's a 12 to hit?
I don't know why I said 15, but that is still not going to hit.
Math. Okay. So
Man,
then
I
I
really can't
missed
math today, huh?
both
That's
my
just more
attacks.
reading than anything.
All right, then that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is the matron, who is going to fly up and let's see, she can move 60, and then she will be casting not an AoE spell. That's probably a bad idea. She will cast just Firebolt. Well, in this particular scenario, I'd rather not hit you. And hits the hag for 11 plus 3 actually. Or is it plus 3? What's her charisma? Plus 4, so for 15 fire damage. And that is it. Eragon, it is your turn.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Groot and I are gonna move back in front. Wait. Okay, so that guy's there. Okay, hold on. Oh no.
That's an ally.
I know, but he's so far away. All right. Can I even reach? Okay, wait. So, if I has a 20 feet, let's see. So that's the only guy left, right?
Yes.
So theoretically, I can move 80, but I won't be able to
dash.
reach. Oh, I can dash, but then I won't be able to do
Doubles.
anything, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, well that's not good. Okay. Well, I didn't think this through.
As usual, Eragon.
Story
To
of
be-
my life.
Okay, I'm gonna that's 4. So in addition to my walking speed, I can fly, right? So I can do 80 theoretically right now.
No, I think it's you can only do one or the other.
Okay. Never mind. Let's see. I'm just gonna stay put. Me and Grit are gonna stay put. Yep.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
You perch yourself up there like birds, I guess. Well, Groot's not flying. He's just chilling on the wall, I guess.
I'll perch myself on top of Grit.
Aw, that's... I will say that works. You are smaller than him. He is a strong tree dinosaur man.
Like in Lord of the Ring.
Wheelie, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move 20 feet here, and I'm going to shoot. I'm going to stealth first, so.
Okay.
Whoops.
16...
Oh,
Sorry,
13.
13. That's not going to do it, no.
Okay, then I'm just going to shoot at the hag with my short bow.
Yeah, let me just...
It's an 80 through 20.
I'm just checking to see if you have... You do get sneak attack.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like trying to shoot it through like this burning fire post from where Mithril was.
Oh, you're trying to like light the bolt on fire. Well, make the attack first, and then we'll decide. All right, go ahead and roll a d6. 2. Okay, yeah, you shoot your bolt through this burning stake, and it emerges from the other side on fire as it jams into the hag for a total of 22 damage.
And then I'm gonna move 20 feet here, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Lady Steely is going to really quickly turn around. And she is going to use her movement to move 30 feet. And then you see her spread her hand over her shattered Odachi as it breaks into pieces, and she points it, and you guys see basically like sword shrapnel fly towards the direction of this hag. And she rolled a 3, so it's very sad. The shrapnel just clatters into the general area, almost like caltrops underneath Odin and Guzrak's feet, but they're not actually damaging. And she just kind of shrugs. She's like, "Well, I tried." And it is Flinty's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move up a little bit. Get cozy next to this fire, I guess. And then I cast another Dissonant Whispers at level 2 at this hag.
Rolled a 17. So I guess it's halved.
Yep.
Or 6 psychic.
7?
Oh,
Right.
I missed that. Yes, 7. Thank you. Whoops. Nope, that's not the button I pressed. Okay, there we go. This hag looks real bad.
Alright.
This hag is way past its expiration date.
I know, it's been so long.
And that is the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is the remaining orc, who is going to use his action to dash 60 feet. Or actually, can he? Is it within range? 20, 60. It might be worth a try. No, it's not. Okay, just out of range. All right. Yep, it's gonna dash. Whoa, I moved. Help. There we go. Go there. Okay. Isarya, it is your turn.
Hey. I see you're casting a shit ton of magic missile, so I'm gonna do that too at 2nd level.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 4 magic missiles. Yep. And from your... That's fine. I'll just say the first 4. From your 4 fingertips emanate these rainbow darts as they glisten and glitter across the battlefield into this hag. And she is pierced 4 times, and she breathes no more.
Yay!
And that brings us to the end of this encounter. Although there is still a lot of carnage around you. So, in terms of what happened, not quite level 8. Yeah, a lot of things happened. I assume many of you are definitely hurt from this battle. But things seem to have calmed down. The rest of the remaining orcs that are still alive rush off to help finish off any other hellspawn that may remain in other areas of their clan. But you guys are sort of left alone with the sorcerers of Kars and Lady Steely all panting and just sort of staring at each other in like silent acknowledgement, as if to say that, like, you know what, this teaming together could not have come at a more opportune time.
I'm going to
Just become best friends.
What's up, Wheelie?
Is there a way for me to check if, like, Mithrida's dead as I go over her body?
The matron is actually checking the ashes, and she says, I mean, the person on that stake was definitely Mithrisa. I don't know what came back down. It had her energy, but it just wasn't. I don't understand.
So she's still out there.
I'm more inclined to believe she's dead. That whatever consumed her when she flew into the stratosphere finished its job as it came back down. This is... As difficult as she was an asset to Kos. This is... We will need to recuperate. Well, I suppose since Mithrisa is no longer with us, we've not a reason to be here.
I'm gonna go look for survivors.
Do as you want. We're going to, and as she says that, you all once again hear that voice from Aradal. Although you don't see him, and this time everybody hears him. And he says, "Did you think I was finished?" And from the direction of Kars, you see the volcano erupt, and a draconic roar echoes throughout the land, a pained roar. And and the matron turns to the volcano, and Isarya, she turns to you and shows the most emotion you've ever seen in her life. But without saying a word, you both know Yavor is in trouble, as well as the city of Kars. And I think with that, we will end the session.
Oh shit.
Good.
So,
Damn.
Damn, Odin's not gonna have a good week. He has 2 health.
yeah.
My max hit points is 18. I don't know how I did that. My
Back to
blood
level
battle.
3.
I could have saved you, but I'm not level 8 yet. Apparently, I'll never get level 8. Keep healing people, nothing happens.
Yeah, this will be a interesting resource management trial, wouldn't it? But yeah, thank you guys for what the frick? Okay.
I wanted to test it, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say that was just a temporary buff. After the battle was over, you lost your cold arm. Yeah.
Oh.
So, but if you want more, you know who to petition to.
Jitter. Alright.
Damn.
Back to normal.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Thanks everyone.
That is it for this week. So I will get stuff set up for next week. Yeah, stuff is happening. Things are gonna move really fast. Well, maybe not like gameplay wise, but just story wise, because like this is like the, you know, in those games where it's like, are you sure you want to continue? This is the point of no return. This is the point of no return.
Just
No.
for
Aerodol's about to beat her ass.
my own
Maybe.
record keeping and stuff. Is it gonna be an hour if like in between time, so I can either reset my strength now or so I don't have to remember to do it next week? The potion only lasts for an hour, that's why I'm asking.
I haven't decided. Why don't you just write down? I will write down that you have the potion of, what is that?
Potion
Something
of
hill strength?
Build strength. Yeah.
Potion of hill strength.
I think it's hill giant strength or
Yes.
whatever, but okay.
Giant hill.
Or you have the strength of a giant hill. I guess they're kind of the same thing.
Not quite a mountain, but it's a pretty big hill.
Yeah, just it gave me it changed a lot of my modifiers when I did that. Going from 19 to 21 because it gave me a +5 in my mod. That's why I'm asking.
Dude, Odin, Ganondorf subclassing into like a Hexblade Warlock would be so on brand.
Yeah.
You can finally do tennis.
Right.
Tennis? What? I don't understand. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for coming, and I'll see you guys next week. I'm gonna sleep.
All right.
Good night,
Cheers.
guys.
Good